Testing 1 2 3. Testing. Testing 1 2 3. Testing. Testing. How about now? How about now? Testing. How about now? Can you guys hear me? Testing 1 2 3.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
You got me? We're good. All right, we're on, man. What's going on?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Here we go. All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome so much. Welcome, everybody. Welcome.
What's going down?
Welcome to Chopping It Up with AA. I'm your host, AA, here for this special edition of Profile Pod TV. Thank you guys so much in the comments. Louis, Damien, Joe, for your help. Abel, thank you, bro. I appreciate your patience, man. Sorry about that. How are you, brother? Let's get into it, man. Chopping It Up with AA. Please welcome Abel G, co-host of Something Dope Podcast. What's up, man?
What's up, brother? What's up with you?
Oh, bro, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad we got this straightened out, man. And my apologies to everybody. Thank you for everybody's patience, man. But it's good that you're here, man. Thank you for taking the time, bro. And coming out tonight, man. What's new with you, bro?
Nothing, man. Just here hanging out with the family. Just excited to be talking with you today.
Yeah, man.
Technical difficulties, but we got through. We got a few minutes to talk and chop it up.
Yeah, man. No doubt, man. Again, brother, it's it's always this is something that I do, man. Once, like, I've been doing. This is the second time I do this, and I want to do it a little bit more frequently. But I'm thinking for now, once a month is like what I have in mind. But like I said, I want to go a little bit more, and I just come on, man, just chop it up, and it's unscripted, unedited, obviously. And it's just we just let it flow, man. Just let the conversation come, man. But yeah, you know what I mean? So, like I said, man, this is just a free flowing, off the cuff, as they say, right? Off the cuff, man.
Most def, man. I was telling you last time when we were chopping it up. You're a fucking pro, man. I could listen to you all day. Your conversations, everybody that you have on the show. Fuck, man, you're a pro, man. Shout outs to you, man. Thanks for having me on.
Oh, dude, that means a lot, bro. Thank you for saying that, man. I appreciate that, brother. It's well, you know how it is, man. Podcasting and doing this type of thing, bro. It takes time. It takes time to get into. It's something that you have to consistently work on, man. You have to sharpen those skills, hone your craft, right? But yeah, man. But by nature, I'm not a big talker, bro. By nature, believe it or not.
You seem like a natural, bro. Like I said, your introductions, when you talk to everybody, your questions, like, fuck, pro, Sometimes just listen to good pointers from you guys sometimes,
Hey, brother, again, man, I appreciate that compliment, man. Thank you, bro. What's up with Something Dope, man? I see you guys are doing some great things over there, man. You guys got some guests, Jose Homicide, you got Chef and Queen, big shout out to her. Quest Coast, man, you got some heavy hitters over there. Morrison McAvalley, bro.
Morrison was out here, yeah. He was on. You talked to him too, Yeah. I had to tap in a little bit to get some information for him too for his interview. I had to steal your questions. No, but
it's all good.
It's something dope, We started it up, my boy Anthony and myself, with my other homie Danny, and it just kind of drifted into the music. We were chopping it up with the business owners and local business owners from the area, and like the music thing, everybody just started reaching out to us, sending the DMs, and we've just been bringing them on. They put on a show for us. For me, that's like the best. I get a live performance. I get to chop it up with these artists. I get to get into their minds and see some talented people, So it's fun for me, and also for Anthony, my partner, So it's something dope, bro. And we're always trying to bring something dope for everybody to see. Different questions, different guests. We had Mega Man on here once.
I know, man. You guys have had I like your setup, man. I like your little studio setup there, bro. It's it's very inviting, and it's I like it visually, and it sounds good. And you guys are on top of it, man. You guys are on top of it, and And how long have you guys been doing Something Dope now, bro?
We're almost gonna be a year, and I want to say May. We're almost gonna be 1 year, and we haven't done that many episodes. Like we've just been like trying to focus on everybody that's been reaching out to us in a timely manner. You know, I still have to get you on over here. I know we talked about that, you know, but a lot of people had hit me up before you, so we're trying to line them up accordingly to how they hit me up, you know.
No
So
doubt, bro.
don't think you're not coming out here yet, because everybody that comes out, we treat them like royalty. You know, we treat them nice. We bring food. We have a big area where everybody could just socialize. You know, it's a different environment over here when you come over here. You know, we try to make it dope. You know, we have beers, we have waters, we got everything. You know, we got food and like you know and the something dope is just exactly how you know how you say it. Like everybody that comes on, they're dope people. You know, they bring a dope story, and they just sometimes they blow my mind. You know, like they just like you had Marlon D. You know, the hip hop fucking star. You know, he's something
He's
else.
He's awesome, bro. He's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah,
Big shout out to Marlon D. No doubt, man.
yeah,
No, I see you, man. I like I said, man, I can't wait. I can't wait to get in on that set and have the pleasure of but yeah, I know how it is, bro. You know, you lined everything up and everything's on
yeah,
schedule. And yeah, bro. Let me know when you're ready, man. I'm there, bro. And you guys are in Corona, right?
yeah, yeah. We have the office out in Corona. We have big old space, and we got some little secrets going on. You'll see it later this month. We got a couple little things lined up. I don't wanna spill the beans,
Go
but
ahead,
we got a
bro. Go
couple
ahead,
things lined
man.
up.
You're
And
welcome to right now. Give us an exclusive, bro. Go
no,
right
I
here, bro.
can't. I can't. I'll get in trouble. I don't want to get yelled at after this, but
No, I
we,
hear you,
we got
bro.
some things we want you guys to stay tuned. But for sure, Jose Homicide was out here. He put on a show for us. Quest is coming up. We're gonna release his interview in the next week. I think the next
Okay.
2 weeks. I'm not sure yet. I gotta talk to Anthony about that. He's in charge of all that. But
Oh,
yeah. Everybody like yourself. We're planning to get you maybe um, if not late April, the sooner the better. But everybody's just like waiting, you know. Everybody's just being patient with us too, because I got people like, hey, I sent you my music. Like, what's going on, you know? But
hey,
we're trying to get to everybody, you know.
it's all good, brother. It's all good, man. In due time, we'll be there, man, and we'll make it happen, bro. And
Yeah,
big shout out to Anthony, man. What's up? Big shout out to Anthony, man. Your co-host, and you guys. I like how you guys have the stage there, man. You can have your guest perform, bro. That's awesome, bro. That's awesome.
yeah. We had Kiki Smooth. He came out with his crew, the Rich and Ruthless record label.
Uh-huh.
They put on a show for us. They did it all. You know, it's like I get to cheat right now with COVID. You can't go to concerts and stuff, so we bring concerts to us.
Oh,
You know,
I
and
love it,
everybody puts
bro.
on an awesome show for us. You know, I can't complain.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that, man. Do what you got to do, man. It's your podcast. The beauty of podcasting, right? We have you know, we're in charge of we control our own little realm, our own little uh,
Yeah,
set studio, whatever you want to call it, man. And by the way, man, I just want to say real quick, Abel, a big shout out to everyone in the comments section for helping us out, man. I think is that Anthony that's on there. Something dope podcast. Uh,
yeah.
yeah,
He's asking
Joe.
for boots.
my buddy Joe Sanchez, Damien's here. Louis Tamayo, what's up, brother? Louis OG's in the house. Yeah, man. So, and what I like to do here too, Abel, is in the comment section, I like to get questions from the comments and then post them on the screen. I do the best I can. We make
Yeah,
it an interactive thing, man, an interactive show. So if you have a question, a comment for Abel, put it on the comment section. I'll do the best I can to post it on the screen. We'll address it and then go from there. But yeah, man, you guys are, like I said, man. It's so you started in May, and I think you started with that particular set already, right? And from the first episode.
no. We had started.
No.
It was Anthony, my boy Danny, and myself.
Okay.
And we had started. We were just gonna talk about like current affairs, what's on the news, like certain things that's going on with us. And then, like I said, the artists have been reaching out. So we kind of just changed it. We changed it because we were kind of like talking politics. We were talking about stuff on the news, the weather, and right now everybody's just reaching out with the music. And the funny thing about music is that Anthony and myself were producers. We make music at home, you know.
Oh, okay,
So a
okay.
lot of the people that come, we end up making music with them. So those are those little secrets that I have on the sleeve, you know.
I see, I see.
So a lot of that it's just like a big circle, like, and it's fun, you know. It's something that we enjoy doing, you know. And
No doubt.
Anthony is the brains behind this. I'm gonna say it live. He's the brains behind all of this.
Is that
I
right?
kind of got I kind of got pushed into the front of the screen, and he's just behind the camera. He's making all the magic happen. He's the man, you know. Shout outs to
Oh
Anthony.
man, look at Anthony, man. I like that, man. I like that. Yeah, he's both you guys, man. You guys got you got good chemistry, and it really comes through, man. But where did so you like you said that first you started the topics were or the theme was kind of political. You guys were talking
Yeah,
politics. You were talking, current events maybe. And then how many episodes did you do with that type of
we did like 3 or 4 episodes, and then we started reaching out to business owners, and we had a guy named Jay Horton. He was an ex boxer. He owns a gym in Chino, and he had an amazing story. He came on and he talked to us. He was like, he won the Golden Gloves, and he went to jail for 11 years, and he came back and he still kept on fighting. He had a crazy story, you know. So
uh-huh.
he's an amazing character too. He's just a cool dude himself, you know.
And what's his name again? I'm sorry.
Jay Horton.
Oh,
Yeah. He was like, I think either like number 4 or 5. I forget, but he's in the beginning episode. You can see all the episodes on YouTube. You know,
J.R. Horton?
yeah, Jay Horton.
Is he like I don't know, about 25 years old now, 26?
No. He's an older dude. He's
Oh,
like
he's older. Okay. Oh, he went to
he's
jail
almost
and
in his
stuff.
50s. Yeah, but
Okay, never mind.
yeah, he was a heavyweight, you know, and he was a boxer, you know, but his story was just, it was amazing to me, you know, him winning the Golden Gloves and then getting locked up, and, you know, like, just being in jail, and wanting to be out boxing and, having a career. It was just like, fuck, it blew my mind, you know.
Yeah, I got to check that episode out, man. I got to check that out. Yeah, no doubt, man.
Yeah.
And so you guys are hitting up local businesses and stuff, Abel. And how was that working out for you guys?
It's cool. It's cool. I mean, a couple people came. We had a gym coach, Sochi. Sochi came by. She chopped it up with us. She has a line of workout equipment, like the booty bands, and
Okay.
yeah, she came through and talked with us, and like about her fitness stuff, and
Booty band, huh? I need
we
that.
had, yeah. We had another lady. Her name was Mari Carrillo, and my girlfriend actually did the interview for her. And
Uh-huh.
unfortunately, she lost her son to cancer.
Hmm.
And she came and she told her story. You know, she told us like everything, like how she felt every fucking moment that she would get bad news. And she blew my mind. I was behind the camera, like tearing up, and it was just,
Yeah.
and it's
That's
hard. It's not easy to come on camera and talk about the sad stuff in your life. And she came and she was like, she was all about it, you know. And
yeah, no doubt, man.
she created a foundation for her son. It's called the Calvin Preston Foundation,
Okay.
to help young boy or any kid with cancer, you know. And she came on, and like I said, just different people, like whoever reaches out, like, hey, come by and talk to us, you know.
Yeah, man. That's powerful, man. That's powerful. Yeah. The thing about doing podcasts, Abel, you really get to know people, man. Get to know their backstories, and you hear some really interesting stuff. Things from obviously, that's tragic, man. That's tragic, and but for me, man, podcasting is become kind of a somewhat of a therapeutic experience too, man. You know, because I get to come on, especially now. And during this whole quarantine thing, man, it's become like a social outlet for myself, man. I don't know if you experienced that kind of thing during this whole quarantine thing. Have you kind of experienced the same something similar, or maybe?
Yeah, no, it's
Yourself?
really it's like well, first of all, we get out of the house, and then and not to mention we get to talk to everybody. Even talking with Jose Homicide, hearing his story, how he started writing, who he wrote a poem for his girl, and like just hearing those little stories, just like you said, it like it's a little escape, from the reality. You hear different people's stories.
Yeah, no doubt, bro. No doubt, man. What for you though, Abel? Since you started this whole podcasting journey, man, what's been what is it that you enjoy? What's a couple things that you really enjoy about it, man?
Just talking with the people, talking with everybody, talking like even with Morrison, how he came from Minneapolis in his truck, just that shit. Hearing that,
That's a
like
crazy story, bro. Yeah.
yeah, like he said, everybody has a story. You gotta tell it sometimes, and it's like hearing that stuff is like for me, it's kind of therapy, because it's like you hear people's stuff and like, damn boy, like you went through that, and like just
Yeah.
you look at it a different perspective.
No doubt, bro. Yeah, man. It's yeah, I've met people from all over the world, man. Literally, bro. Doing this podcast, I've had people on from the UK, a couple guys from the UK, London, England.
Yeah,
Obviously all over the country too, man. And have you guys? And you guys do a lot of your stuff in studio, huh?
yeah. We try to get everybody to come in person so that we could get the vibe, the vibe, together. And a
So
lot of
much.
the artists
Yeah,
just they show up quick. They show up early. They're ready. They're ready to perform. They're ready to talk. And sometimes I get nervous, like just talking to them because they're like, "Dude, you're in music videos. Like you write these songs, and like to me, that's like talented. And
yeah,
sometimes
man.
you're like, hey, I'm kind of like, who is this guy? And they're celebrities sometimes.
Exactly, man. Exactly. Yeah, no doubt, man. You get a different perspective on, on the behind the scenes on, what's it like to write a song or write put together a short film and for me, man, I've always loved that type of stuff, bro. Going to Universal Studios when I was a kid, man, that was fascinating for me, bro.
Yeah,
Fascinating. And but yeah, you get to see what goes into it with a process, and yeah, these artists, man, it's work, man. It's definitely work,
it
bro.
is work. Yeah, it definitely is, especially with the big industries and people try to stay independent and try to make their own money, and just everybody's trying to like get their money, and it's hard out there.
It is, man. It's yeah, the business side you got the business side, you got to promote, you got to perform, you got to create, you got
Yeah,
it's a serious grind, man. And
yeah, for real. When Marlon D came, I saw him sit on the floor, and he started writing quick. He wrote a couple of songs for us. We recorded him that night. Like he was just a superstar. And I'd never really been around that stuff, but like it's just damn, he's just humble dude. He sat on the floor on the carpet, wrote his verses, and he wrote some magic. We're gonna be releasing those songs in the future. Also, those are the some of the secrets that we got.
oh, okay. He wrote those songs for you guys?
Yeah. He wrote them for us. And like I said, we were at Anthony's house, and he had his notepad with a pen and wrote it. Just watching him. It's just some talent right there, man.
Yeah, man, Marlon D, man, that guy, he's an actor, he's a hip hop artist, he's I mean, just he writes, unbelievable, man,
Yeah,
unbelievable.
he's a tutor. He tutors
Yeah,
kids. He helps with kids with autism. He's a good guy. Shout outs to Marlon
unbelievable.
D.
Absolutely, man, absolutely. Yeah, I saw him on your. That's I think that's where I stumbled upon him
Hmm.
on something dope. So it's funny we're stealing each other's guests and stuff.
No,
No, I
everybody needs a
mean,
little platform, you know. Like that's
yeah,
how I see it. Like
not
when
steal,
Morris,
but
yeah, no, it's all love over here, you know. That's how it is, you
yeah,
know.
man. No, it's you see. I mean, you see someone who's talented and interesting, and no, I mean, naturally you want to get them on, you know. And hey, let me
Yeah,
get on. Yeah, it's great, man. You know, no, I didn't mean to say nobody's stealing anything. I was just joking, bro. You
no,
know,
no, I know, I know.
we're borrowing.
Yeah, but like it's cool because like Morrison, he was on yours, and I guess he's seen us, and then he hit me up like, hey, can I come on? Like, heck yeah, you could come on. You know, like I'm not trying to like, oh no, you were on profile, we don't want you. Like, nah, come through, profiles family, we're all good. You know, like that's how I felt with Mega Man. We were like instantly buddies. You know, like that's my boy right there. You know.
Oh yeah, bro.
And like that's how he gave those vibes off. He's like, hey, you guys, whatever you guys need, I'm here, and we're vice versa. We're like, hey, if you need us to like set up cameras for your podcast, we're here too, you know, and we're just trying to help each other.
Yeah, no doubt, bro. No doubt. It's that's the thing about the podcasting. A lot of the podcasting community, I have noticed that most people are willing to help and be supportive. And I haven't come across anybody who's kind of not too who doesn't really want to be supportive and be and help out. And but for the most part, everyone I've encountered thus far, man. Yeah, good people out there, brother. And
Yeah,
especially within the Latino community, for the most part, everybody's very supportive of each other and helping out.
yeah, yeah,
But,
for real.
right?
The one I was watching earlier when you were talking with the hood footy, like his story was fascinating too. You know what he had to go through too. You know, and then how he became the hood footy. Like he goes and checks out these places with the food. You can't go wrong with that. You know,
No,
the food.
I
Sheesh.
know.
But
I know.
his story was like, damn. You know, he went through some stuff, and like I said, it's not easy for people to share the stories. But when you hear them, you're like, damn. You know.
Exactly. Exactly, man. It's yeah, you naturally want to get them on, man. So you mentioned a few things, a couple secrets you mentioned. What's new for what's on the horizon for something dope, man?
Just a few more artists are gonna be coming on. Hopefully, we get you on. We got a few more podcasters that are hitting me up to come through and chop it up with us. And just keep pushing. You know, just give everybody a little platform where they could come and like they could demonstrate their music, their skills, and their talent. That's pretty much it. You know, but we for sure want to stay away from the politics.
Uh, which reminds me, man. I was gonna mention. I was thinking about tonight. I was brainstorming in my head. How am I gonna what am I gonna talk about to kind of be in the intro part? But I obviously got thrown off with the technical difficulties and everything. But yeah, man. Pepe Le Pew, man? What the heck, man? Next thing.
Banned them? They changed the name, or they banned them. No.
Yeah, man. They banned him, bro, and I'm like, wow. I don't know. Next thing they're gonna do is they're gonna ban Speedy Gonzalez, bro.
Yeah, yeah. The racist to City Gonzalez. He's
And
a, he's
Slowpoke
a,
Rodriguez. Remember him? Slowpoke Rodriguez?
Slowpoke was always smoking. I remember that. But
It's terrible,
they
bro.
changed the Aunt Jemima. You know the syrup. They
Oh,
tried to they took the face off, right? The Aunt Jemima.
oh, gosh, man. Probably. I think you're right, bro.
But it's like it's weird right now. You know, it's just these times,
What
and everybody gets offended for these things.
What about the Tapatio? Isn't there like a guy with a sombrero and right?
Yeah, with the big ass brocha and everything.
Did they take him off too? Shit.
Maybe you never know.
Unreal, bro. Unreal. Big shout out to Matthew Gallegos, Jackie Tamayo's in the house, and Justin from Sideways. What's up, everyone?
Shout
Glad
out
you.
to everybody on right now.
Yeah,
Thanks for
man.
tuning in. Thanks for tuning in. Hey, I got a question for you though. Hold
Uh-huh.
on, hold on.
Uh-oh.
What's up
Uh-oh.
with the Mad TV, dog? I watched it yesterday. That shit was hilarious.
You watched it?
The steroids, the steroids, where you come out right there.
How'd you find out about that? How'd you know?
Oh, hey. I had to do a little research on you, so I watched Omega Man when you say it. So I brought him and put it on
Oh,
YouTube. Like, you know, Matt TV's legendary. You can't go wrong with Matt TV, dog.
oh yeah. That's funny you bring that up, man. Funny. Oh, big shout out to Morrison Machiavelli's in the house. What's up?
Morrison, what's up,
What's
brother?
up? Yeah, man. Yeah. That's funny you bring that up. I was on Matt TV 2005, bro. September of 2005. Uh, I was that particular summer. I was doing a lot of extra work. I did like West Wing and How I Met Your Mother. What other like a couple other shows, some stuff on History Channel, and then a call went through for Jose Canseco Lookalike, and so I said, you know what, I got to do this, man. I auditioned for it, and there was like 200 guys, bro. And no,
Yeah.
it wasn't that many. It wasn't that many, bro. It was like probably 10 dudes in there, and a couple of dudes. I was like, oh man, he looks like he could probably do it, And so everybody was telling me, man, you're gonna get it. You're gonna get it. And sure enough, bro, they cast me for that, and it was fun, bro. It was fun. I got to work with, who who directed that scene was. You remember Married with Children?
Yeah, Marcy.
Marcy Darcy. That she directed the scene I worked. Amanda Bierce is her name, and she was directing Matt TV for a bit. But
That's badass.
yeah, it was cool. She was super cool, man. And then I did the scene with Ike Barinholtz, who played Rafael Palmero.
Yeah. He's
Yeah,
they could accidentally fall into your mouth. I was laughing at that shit. It was funny.
oh man, yeah, that was crazy, bro. That's cool.
That was back in your acting days, or what? Were you still acting? Or are you still doing extra stuff, or that's it, or what?
No, I would love to get back into all that, bro. I would love to get into that, man. It was a lot of fun. I've done throughout my life. I've done some acting stuff, like a couple independent films, some student films, and
Cool.
yeah, and I love doing it, man. I love doing it, and part of the reason I got back into got into podcasting was to kind of get back into that world and see if I, just to kind of get back in and the podcasting was the most accessible way, to get back into the world for me. And so we'll see, man. We'll see what comes up in the future, bro. We'll see if this opens doors for me, and that's my plan, anyways. But yeah, we'll see what happens, bro. We'll see.
That's cool. I was gonna mention I met Michael McDonald one time, the one that does Stewart from Matt TV. I met him
Yeah,
one time, and I was just like, he was cool as hell. That's what
yeah.
it reminded me yesterday when I watched that video with you and Jose Canseco. Jose Canseco's a legend. First of all, you can't go wrong with that.
Oh, bro, that was cool, man. Unbelievable. But it's funny because I thought from that point I was like, okay, here's my my breakthrough right here, And but anyway, it kind of didn't. At the point in time, I was, kind of going through transition and with careers and stuff, and but anyways, bro, we'll see, man. We'll see what happens, bro. Have you ever done any acting or anything like that yourself?
No, not at all, not at all. I wish I would have, make some real money, but no, not. I signed up at the Central Casting a long time ago, so
Yeah.
I had the union stuff and all that stuff, but I never really pursued it. It was kind of far, and I didn't have a car, so
Oh,
I
yeah,
didn't, I couldn't do it.
yeah,
But
bro.
yeah, I was in that long line signing up to try to be an extra, trying to be in movies, but no, it never happened for me.
That's exactly where I went, bro. In Central Casting. Yep, they're huge,
Yeah,
man. Huge, bro.
I
Abel? Where did you grow up, bro?
in Almani,
Oh,
Almani,
you're from
California. Uh-huh.
really? What high
Yeah,
school did you go to?
Almani High.
Oh, Almani. All right.
Yeah. But
I'm familiar.
I spent some time in Rancho. I was over at Summit Intermediate for a little while, and
Oh, yeah.
yeah, I was out there for a little while. That's why I'm cool with the IE. I'm out here. I'm in Pomona right now, and yeah, I grew up in Almani, bro.
Oh, okay, bro. Yeah, man. I have some cousins that they grew up in South Almani, so we were
Yeah,
at Peck Road and Michael Hunt.
Yeah, that's down the street, right there by the
Yeah,
church.
yeah, Epiphany right there, and we used to ride our bikes, bro. I grew up in my parents from Azusa, SGV, and so then we moved to a rancho when I was 4 or 5. But we still have all our family in SGV. So on the weekends we go back to Azusa or West Covina. So that's how I grew up, going back and forth, on the weekend.
Yeah.
But yeah, bro, it's but I grew up in Rancho, bro. You know what I mean? So yeah, right. So I saw that. I see on your post, bro. I see on your post, you're all over the place, bro. You're posting from I think Dana Point, SGV, Corona.
Everywhere, bro. My job just takes me everywhere, and it just like fill up that truck, and I'm in Dana Point, San Clemente, Huntington Beach, LA, everywhere. I'm everywhere. Long
I see.
Beach.
Yeah, I see that. And then today you're at the Wu Mansion, huh?
Yeah, I was at the Wu Mansion earlier. They kicked me out. I don't have a pass. But no, I was working at this really nice house earlier.
That
It was
was
just
huge.
like 2 3 hour job. I do all the termite stuff for my company. So I roll up, I do my job, and I get to see some beautiful houses, some expensive houses, and it's just I get to travel everywhere, Irvine, um, Santa Margarita, everywhere.
Oh,
It's fun for me.
hey, brother, when you go to these homes and these big mansions and stuff, do you get inspired in any way, or like to kind of, you know,
Definitely get inspired.
motivated,
Just
right?
yeah, for real. I just try to come up with something, some ideas for the podcast. Just different ideas for the music stuff. Just just it does
Yeah,
inspire you. Like seeing these big old driveways and these big old pools, and like just it just opens your mind. It just other than the little houses that I grew up in. But
yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, it
No
does
doubt,
inspire you. That's
for
what
sure,
that's
bro.
what I was telling my girl. Like that inspired me. Like to work harder. Seeing those big old chandeliers. It's just it's a different lifestyle.
No doubt, brother. No doubt, bro. It's
Beautiful thing to have money.
yeah, no doubt, man. No doubt. We'll be there one day. We'll be there, man. And yeah, especially down there in the South OC, Dana Point, and geez, man, there's some big time mansions down
Yeah.
there, big old pads, you know. But Abel, man, before I let you go, brother, where where can the good people connect with you? Where can they follow you, brother?
Everybody could chime in on Instagram, something dope podcast. Also on YouTube, you could check out our videos, our episodes. Check out the Jose Homicide. Stay tuned for the future ones. Everybody's gonna be surprised with the next ones. We got some heat coming, and hopefully everybody's entertained and they can see everybody, these artists, their perspective in live. The conversations they have. Just chime in and hear something different. Other than our regular day. You know.
Yeah, yeah, no doubt, man, no doubt. No, I can't wait to see what comes down the pipe for Something Dope podcast, man. Again, big shout out to Anthony, man. You too, Abel. Thank you guys, man. You guys keep doing your thing, bro. I can't wait to get on that set, bro. We'll sit down.
For sure, man. We have to schedule you in as soon as we have to get some of these artists done by the end of this month. But I want to say early April for sure. So you could come by and you could tell us some more about your acting, and we could run it down. Over here, have some lunch, have a cold one, and relax and chop it up. Just how we're doing it right now.
Yeah, bro. That sounds like a plan to me, brother. Yeah, let me know, man. And yeah, we'll make it happen, bro. We'll schedule. It's just a matter of time. That's all, bro.
Heck yeah, heck yeah. I know
Yeah.
you're gonna go and chop it up with oh man, I forgot my guy's name.
Ready made the wise.
Readymade. Yeah, my bad.
Yeah, yeah. He's gonna come on, man. And that guy's unbelievable too, man. So yeah, man. If you stay tuned, bro. Stay tuned, and Hopefully you can continue to watch.
No, I got you on the big screen right here. I'm on the laptop, but I got the big screen going in the other room. So as soon as I'm done right here, I'm gonna keep listening right there, right?
Okay, bro.
Yeah, because the camera's gonna shut off after we're done, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
bro.
But yeah, man, thank you for having me on. For sure, we're gonna schedule you to come through and chop it up with us. And yeah, thank you, man. I appreciate you having us on. Shout outs to Anthony.
Yeah.
And everybody want to check out Something Dope podcast on Instagram and on YouTube. You know, just chime in, send me a DM, see what's up, man. Come through.
Hell yeah,
Come
man.
through.
There it is, man. Yeah. Hey, bro. Thanks again for coming on, taking the time. I will see you soon. Again, big shout out to Anthony and you, man. Hey, that's the AA connection too, right there, bro.
Yeah, for us.
I like those little parallels, bro. So, hey, thanks again, brother. I will see you soon. And keep doing your thing, man. Much love, brother.
Yeah, you too, brother. Have a good one. Hopefully, everything goes good, and we'll have you on, brother.
Okay. Yeah.
Thanks for having us on, man.
That's a done.
Shout outs to Andy and Anatomical. How do you say it?
Andy Anatomical. Yeah, that's
Anatomical. Yeah, I keep trying to fucking memorize that shit. Is that your nickname?
Yeah, it was something I was doing like the middle part of last year, but then I was like, you know what, it's too long, man. Let me just, and then AA kind of just came to be, kind of
That's
evolved into
easier.
AA.
Well, shout outs to you, Andy, and shout outs to Profile Pod TV. Stay up, keep up with all the good work, brother, and thanks for having us, brother. And we'll be seeing you. We'll be seeing you in Corona, man.
Absolutely, IE,
So
bro.
we
That's
can have a Corona.
my home. So it'll be a homecoming for me, brother. But thank you, bro. I appreciate you, bro.
Hell yeah, thank you, brother. Have a good night, and like I said, we'll keep in touch.
All right, bro. I'll talk to you
All
soon.
right, Andy. Have a good one, brother.
You too, bro. Peace.
Later, everybody who's on here.
There you have Abel G, Something Dope podcast, man. Go check him out, guys. He's got a great podcast. He's they do a lot of great things over there. A lot of great things over there at the podcast. Big shout out to Anthony, his co-host, man. But man, thank you guys for being here in the comments. We're getting ready to bring on our second guest of the evening, Readymade Tha Wise out of Santa Ana, California. Now with Culture Original Network, and he's a music producer. He's doing a lot of big things, man. And we'll get ready to bring him on. But in the meantime, again, I want to give a big shout out to everybody for being patient. We were experiencing some technical difficulties, and it ended up being my stupid microphone. But yeah, man. Again, everybody, Damien, Louis, Joe is in the house. Morrison Machiavelli, Justin from Sideways, Jackie, Model Mommy's in the house. What's going on? So, yeah, man, I was kind of disappointed to hear about this cancel culture stuff, man. And, with, Pepe Le Pew and all that, man, that's terrible. Unbelievable, bro. Unbelievable, What are they going to think of next, man? Like I said, they're going to ban Speedy Gonzalez and Slowpoke Rodriguez, So, yeah. Let's get big shout out to Matthew Gallegos. I think Matthew, if you want to come on real quick, Matthew Gallegos, Lopez and Sons. He's a big boxing guy. Big shout out to Matthew Gallegos here out of Chino, California, or is it Ontario? I'm sorry, I don't know. He's a big time. He's big time now, so I have to kind of address him as Mr. Gallegos. Mr. Gallegos. Oh man, he's in with Thompson Boxing. The guy, I mean, he's doing big things, man. Taking a lot of pictures. Oh man, so let's get ready to bring on my man, Readymade Tha Wise, Moises Groove. What's up, man? How you doing, brother? Thank you for being here. Thank you, everybody who's watching on YouTube right here. You're watching Chopping It Up with AA right here. So, and just like, again, I like to come on and bring, this is something that I like to do. I'm trying to do it a little bit more frequently. Typically, when I go on the regular podcast with Profile Pod TV. You know, it's over Zoom. I put together my talking points, my questions, send them to my guests. I'm very professional and all that. But this is something that I like to kind of just, we're off the cuff. It's unedited, unscripted. Just come on here and have fun, hang loose, let loose, and just chop it up, man. Just chop it up, man. So this is you know, I'm going to continue to do this, and hopefully I can get on a little bit more frequently. You know, maybe twice a month, 3 times a month. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Lucia Lopez, thank you for being here. She is ready for ready. Diana Mesa, what's up? Thank you so much. Thank you so much, ladies, for being here on Chopping It Up with AA. So we're getting ready for my man, Readymade Tha Wise. And I've been wanting to talk to Readymade for a while. And big shout out to Cultured Original Network. All you guys are doing great things, man. I appreciate you guys because you guys are always showing love. You're very supportive. You're always positive, man. And that's what we need. We need more stuff like that, man. You know, it's that's Groove. What's up, bro? Groove. I never knew your first name, bro. Thank you for being here. And Groove, man. It's funny that Groove. I remember I stumbled upon you, Groove. This was probably about a year ago now. Maybe earlier. You were on a live, bro, and you were walking your dog or something, Groove. I don't know if you remember that, man. I mean, obviously you've done millions of lives, but you were on Instagram Live, and you were walking your dog, and then I checked you out, bro, and I was like, man, this guy has. I checked out your page, and I was thinking, man, this guy has an amazing voice, man. Groove, what's up, man? And then as time went on, I got to know you a little bit better, little by little, and then now, I mean, you guys are doing big things, man. You started doing the Groove Shack last year, and now you guys are like, man, you guys are killing the game, man. My man Louis, Model Mommy, you guys doing amazing photo shoots, man. Love all that stuff. Big shout out to your photographer, does amazing work. Exposure. So yeah, the police. Oh, those dogs are funny, man. Those dogs are funny. But yeah, then who else is in that clique? I recently met Sin Manchas, my man Louis from Sin Manchas, and he's going to come on doing the podcast in the future here, probably in a couple weeks. And man, it's just been amazing, man. Meeting great people. That's what it's all about, you know. Meeting great people such as yourselves, the Cultured Original Network. Who am I forgetting on that in your crew there? I got Model Mommy, got Louis, Groove, Readymade. Who's missing on that? Who else am I missing? Guys, I got 4. I'm counting 4. M Coast. Is M Coast part of the Cultured Original Network? So yeah, guys, we're just waiting for Readymade Tha Wise to make the entrance. Thank you so much for being here in the comments. If somebody has a question or anything, comment you want to post, I'll do the best I can to get it on the screen and address the question or comment, man. So, man, really excited to be here with you guys right here on Chopping It Up with AA, Profile Pod TV. And do me a favor, if you guys can subscribe to Profile Pod TV, if you want to show support, subscribe to Profile Pod TV right here on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram at Profile Pod TV _ on Twitter. And I'm also on Exposure LA. Exposure LA. Thank you, Louis. He's part of the high school crew. Yeah. So I'm on Clubhouse. If you guys haven't seen Clubhouse, man, get on Clubhouse, guys. That's a cool social media platform. I'll tell you what, man. Who's familiar with Clubhouse? Anybody out there in the comments? DJ Divine Light. That's right. DJ Divine Light. Thank you, Louis. Sal, also Honesto Uno. Okay. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you for clarifying that. But it's yeah. What was I saying? I'm just rambling here, but yeah. Or Clubhouse, man. Check out Clubhouse. And basically, what Clubhouse is, it's just another. It's a meeting place where it's a gathering place of a bunch of different conversations going on. It's all voice. So just picture yourself in a hallway. Picture yourself in a hallway, and with rooms on either side going down the hallway, and there's a conversation going on with a group of people in each room on either side. And there's topics on everything, man. Entrepreneurs, social media, the law of attraction, business, all kinds of stuff, man. All kinds of stuff. Models, actors, all kinds of different rooms, topics, in each room. So check it out, man. If you guys can get in Clubhouse, man, I would get in there. Right now, it's not open to everybody. It's, I think, in the beta stage still, and they are. And you can only have. They're only allowing people with iPhones. So, but it's blowing up. It's blowing up. Okay, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, ready made. Let's see. Ready made is in the house. Let's see here. 1 second here, everybody. We're trying to get Ready Made in there. Yeah, check it out, Groove. Check it out, brother. Okay, I think we're trying to get Ready Made in. He's trying to get in here. I haven't been on this. I haven't been live in a while, man. So it's just got getting the kinks out, getting the kinks out. So he's gonna try again. For some reason, it's not letting him connect here. So everybody stand by. I appreciate your patience. We're trying to get Readymade Tha Wise in here at Santana, California, Cultured Original Network. Okay, let's see here. Let's try to get him on again. Okay, everybody, he's trying to get in here. I'm communicating with him through the phone here on Instagram. So he's trying to get in. I don't know why. Yeah, it's Yeah. Okay, guys, stand by, stand by. He's trying to get in here, but for some reason we're having technical difficulties with my man, Readymade Tha Wise. Stand by, everybody, stand by. Let's see here. All right, guys, let's see here. I don't know why it's not letting him in. Yeah. Let's see. Please stand by, everyone. Let's see here. There it is. All right, everybody. We got him. We got him. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to Chopping It Up with Double A right here on Profile Pod TV. My man, music producer, member of Cultured Original Network out of Santana, California, now living in, I believe, Texas. But let's bring on my man, Readymade Tha Wise. My man, what's up, bro?
Hey, how you doing, Double A? How are you, brother?
Good, bro. Man, I'm glad we got you in, bro. I apologize for all the technical difficulties, bro. And gosh, man, I was just mentioning that I haven't been on this platform on the live thing in a few weeks, so I'm kind of rusty, and I have to get the kinks out, man. How are you, brother? Thank you for being here, man.
Hey, man, I'm doing great. I'm doing great. Hey, you know what, man? I know about that, so no worries. I think it might have been on my end. It was saying something me allowing, the network to flex my microphone and the camera as well. So not sure what happened, but
Yeah, no, come on. Gosh darn it. You there, bro?
I'm here. I'm here.
Okay. Yeah, no, you froze a little bit there, but no, man, yeah, you're exactly, bro. You're a content creator yourself. You're a producer. You're an artist, and so you know how some of this stuff goes sometimes, man. And Groove's already calling you out, bro. He wants you to drop some bars, bro. He wants you to freestyle a little bit, bro.
Man, Groove's always trying to get somebody to drop something, man. I'll drop anything except the soul, bro. Especially around Groove.
Oh man, I didn't know that, Groove. I didn't know that, but hey, bro, I'm not holding anything. I love you either way, Groove.
Hey, nah, it's all love, man. That homie right there, man. He's a real good dude. He's like a brother from another mother, man. And that's another homie that's a part of the team. You know what I mean? So it's all love, man.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Man, how was your day today, man? How's everything on? You're in Texas right now, right?
I'm in Texas right now, man. Yeah, today was a real nice day, man. Our weather's starting to climb. We were in the 70s today, so man, we can't complain. Pretty productive. So it's been good, man. It's been good.
Yeah, no, I know, man. It's good to hear. It's good to hear, being especially in Texas, man, because gosh, man, there's been some harsh weather conditions recently, and but I'm glad to hear that. And you are in the Fort Worth area, I want to say.
That's correct. Yeah. So the Fort Worth area is basically part of what they call the DFW Metroplex, which is Dallas and Fort Worth. So the way I kind of like telling people, since I'm from out there, from Southern California, it's almost like LA and OC. You know what I mean? You got OC and the LA, but OC is kind of the way they've drawn it out in California. It's kind of like LA's the big brother, OC's a smaller brother, but we're kind of part of the same area, So yeah.
Right. I see, bro. No doubt, man. And how long you been out in Texas now, bro?
Officially, I've been out here for, I want to say about a year and a half now. I've been traveling back and forth. I first came out here about 2013, 2014 for work. And that's when I first, became acquainted with Texas. But I was in the Houston area. And so real cool area, man. It reminded me of home. Whenever I got a little homesick, the 10 freeway runs through there. So I just take a nice little drive to the 10, and man, the entry and exits, man, it's a big freeway, so it reminds you like you're at home,
Yeah, I like that, man. I like that. It's kind of when I was when I was in the Navy up in Washington, bro. The five goes all the way up there, right?
That's right.
So yeah, man. So I would just kind of to get some to kind of get that homesickness, get over that homesickness. I was go look at the five or get on the five and just kind of imagine I was back home somehow. But yeah, man. And speaking of Orange County, though, see, you grew up in Santana, right?
That's correct. That's correct. I'm a born bred man. Born and raised.
Okay. And what high school did you go to down there, bro?
You know what? So funny thing is that once I was going into high school, I went to Valley for just a couple weeks, and my father. So I come from a broken home, if you will. My mom and father, they divorced when I was about 5 years old. I
Mm-hmm.
stayed with my dad, and we had our house there. My father remarried, and we were still there for up until the end of junior high. And he ended up selling the house, moved out to Tustin in the nice area, and my mother was living out in Anaheim. So that was basically like my choice. It was I gonna go to Tustin, and the Tustin Ranch area, or is I gonna go to Anaheim, where I kind of already knew a few people, and so I decided to go to Anaheim. So I ended up going to Valencia High School,
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
which what would you say? Coincidentally, it was VHS also, just like Valley. So I went from one VHS to the next VHS.
Yeah. 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 Of
Yeah,
course.
yeah,
Of course. Yeah.
yeah,
Santa Ana has several. Yeah. Valley High, Valencia. There's another one. In Santa Ana.
yeah.
Uh,
So Santa Ana has a Valley, Century, Santa Ana High, Saddleback, and then from the privates, Modern Day, which is a big one,
yeah. Yeah.
and that one was right around in the neighborhood where I, literally right across the street. So we had Modern Day, and then there's a few new ones now. They've added Cedar Storm and Godinez High,
Yeah.
but
That's right.
I think those are fundamental high schools.
Mm-hmm.
So and then Foothill. My understanding is that Foothill High School is technically, so it's in what's called the unincorporated area of Santa Ana, but it's they call it because the zip code is part of Santa Ana, but a lot of the folks out there, they don't like to associate themselves with Santa Ana, so they say it's North Tustin, but it's 92705, which is Santa Ana zip code. You know what I mean?
Sarah, I love that, man. I love that, bro. So
Yeah.
I've heard a lot of those high schools I'm in, and because I follow. Well, I used to follow a lot of high school football, bro. Back, not so much anymore, but so yeah, Segerstrom, Godinez. I've heard of those Centuries. I think what there's one of the Santa Ana schools, maybe Century.
Saddleback, maybe
Sat,
Saddleback.
but they've had a pretty good run recently in football. So I
Uh,
want to. It might be Century, bro. I don't know, but anyway,
oh, I'm not sure. I know when Cedar Storm kind of came into play, I heard they were doing pretty good. But you might be right. I think there was one of them schools that have been around for quite some time that kind of had a good run as far as football goes, which is
yeah,
which is
yeah.
great. I think even Valley was doing pretty good, from what I heard.
Yeah,
But
yeah. I think it might be Valley too, but and obviously Modern Day, man. They're powerhouse, So
yeah, modern day. I was actually talking to a gentleman out here, came to hook up our internet, a few weeks back, and his son plays football here. He's a big football head. He's a Texas native, but he's a Raza a few generations, in. And we were talking about football, and then I mentioned Modern Day. He's like, "Hey, man, we just picked up a kid from Modern Day. He comes out here." So that was pretty cool. You know what I mean? We hit it off, and small world type thing. Yeah.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, he's
absolutely.
like he's a big Samoan kid, you know what I mean? But he's playing for us now, so he was happy about that.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Yeah, there's a lot of kids that they went out of state, man, to go play because obviously here in California with the whole quarantine stuff, man, they weren't allowing football
Right.
for the last year or so. But yeah, man, and you know now. So what was it like growing up in Santana, bro? What kind of
Uh
bro?
well, Santa Ana definitely has a reputation, you know what I mean? It's not in terms of its land size, it's not a huge city, but in terms of population for its size, there's definitely a lot of people. And they definitely don't account, the full number. They say we have about 300. I don't know. I think from the last census, they said we have about 330, 340. But I can assure you, we probably have about a 500,000 people in that town. You know.
What?
Yeah, I mean, Santa Ana's a pretty crowded town. So
Wow,
um,
bro.
Yeah. So I would say for every square mile, I mean, you're gonna account for at least over 10,000 people, which in most towns you won't even find that. You know what I'm saying? Like as for that size, you know.
Yeah. Wow. So
Um,
it's pretty
it's
dense,
congested. Yeah,
congested.
yeah, it's dense. Exactly. So yeah, so you know, you deal with a lot of people. Um, but growing up out there, I pretty much where I grew up, you could kind of say it's almost like the heart of the town, um, because I was right there off of Bristol, like I said, right by Modern Day. I grew up on the side, Ettinger, right by where El Gallo Hito
Yeah.
was. You know what I mean? I grew up in that neighborhood right there. Um, they consider it the west part of town, but if you look at it on the map, it's almost like smacked in the middle right there.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah. So, but growing up out there, man, it was you know, I mean, you get tested and stuff like that. I grew up in the neighborhood, and eventually became a part of that too, and
Uh-huh.
just ran around in the street, you know, doing what dumb young kids do.
Yeah. Right. Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you know, but at the same time, try to keep my ears and eyes to other things around me and stuff like that. And so I try not to get sucked, too sucked in. You know what I mean? So, um, but
Yeah.
nonetheless, man, it was I love it, man. It's where I'm from. So
No, of course, man. Home is where the heart is. Do you still have family there, bro? Your parents still there?
yeah. So I'm the only one that's out here in Texas, man. My entire family is out in California.
Oh, okay.
I got family throughout Orange County and as well as the IE, like
Oh, okay.
Corona, Riverside.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I got family out there, man. And like I said, I'm the only one that's out here.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Okay, yeah, bro. And growing up, bro, were you into music at all? I mean, yeah, you were running the streets doing your thing, but throughout that whole time, were you I mean, you were probably listening to music, but as far as
Oh,
performing or as an MC, or were you getting into music at all, or as far as making it?
yeah, you know what? I've been into music my whole life. Um, as far back as I can remember. I want to say that I got my first drum set when I was about 3 years old. It was a Muppet Babies drum set. Um, yeah, man. So that's how far back it was.
Yeah.
Um, I was young and I was already banging on things and I want to say my parents and maybe more my mother paid a little more attention uh, to those things and got me a few things. And as I kind of grew older, um, man, we used to hit up a lot of parties, right, with the family. And whenever there was like conjuntos or like bands and stuff like that, bro, I'd find like a can, a little stick, and I go stand right next to them, bro, and they would trip out because I was right there, like acting like if I was a band member. So I would get a lot of love, man, whenever we would go to family parties and stuff like that, and because music kind of really drove my soul, you know what I mean,
Yeah.
and as I got older, um, again, kind of getting influenced by other things and stuff like that. Music kind of always stuck with me, you know.
Mm. Yeah, bro. No.
Uh,
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
yeah. No, I was just gonna say. I mean, I can recall uh, on the block that I grew up on, it was several of us, friends of mine, and depending what we were doing, there'd be moments where we'd get into playing football for a moment, then we'd get into playing basketball for a moment, and then we'd kind of follow the seasons, if you will, you know what I mean? And then we'd play all these crazy games, as kids, hide and go seek and La Migra and all this crazy shit, you know what I mean? La Migra, bro. Yeah, man, we used to play all these crazy games, man. And
Is
um,
that part of it, Kukui? Anyways,
hey,
uh,
I think to us it was, man.
is there any relation there with the Kukui? Anyways,
I feel like in some kind of way they correlate, you know what I mean? So
they correlate.
yeah, so
Oh shit.
but whenever we'd ride, there was a moment, man, where we would even like go riding bikes and go riding bikes everywhere. Well, I had got this little boombox, man, I think for one of my birthdays, and At that moment, I was already into hip hop and rap heavy. I think I even lied to I was probably like in second or third grade. I lied to my dad, and I told him the All Eyes on Me when Tupac, when they dropped the All Eyes on Me, I told
Uh-huh.
him that that I needed that tape because I think I was gonna try to be in a talent show. So I took him
Okay.
to the warehouse right there in Bristol, and
Warehouse. Yeah.
he looked at it and he's like my jefe, he's from Mexico, he's from Jalisco, he's a man that came across the border to work, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
he didn't really know nothing, but I was able to get that tape, man. So I was bumping that. I was bumping West Side Connection already. I was
Oh
into
yeah,
all of that.
man.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man.
Okay.
I've been into it for a long time, man.
So it sounds like you were you your teenage years in the 90s?
Yeah. So you could say kind of like the late '90s,
Okay.
going into the early 2000s. Yeah,
Yeah.
for the most part. I mean, yeah, like mid to late '90s, early 2000s. That's kind of when I went into my young adulthood, and
Okay.
so I was around a lot of, like I said, Santa Ana was in the '90s. Santa Ana was a real hot spot. You know what I mean? Um,
Yeah.
and even so, for being a city in Orange County, cats from LA were even like, oh shit, Santa Ana, you know what I mean? Like they knew it was hot, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so, so like I said, Santa Ana's, and I want to say it's had its days where the reputation was real, so
No, yeah, no doubt,
yeah,
bro. I remember that,
yeah,
bro. Growing up in the IE, I would hear about Santana, and yeah, it was no joke, bro. It was no joke, man.
right,
Some
right.
heavy stuff going on, and but yeah, man. No, Santana is. Yeah, I always think about that train station there, bro. The little the Metrolink station there.
Right. The one right there on
Yeah,
Santa Ana Boulevard.
I believe
Right,
that's the one.
right, right. Yeah, it's right near downtown.
Yeah, yeah. I bring that up because you remember that movie Rain Man, uh,
Yes,
Tom Cruise, right? Uh,
yes.
that I don't know if you recall the movie, the end of the movie, the last scene where he takes off in the train was filmed there, bro. And I actually went.
Oh,
Yeah, it was kind of just a little trivia, bro, a little nugget,
that's dope, though. You know what I mean? Like, I
But
had no idea.
yeah, and I don't know where I read that somewhere in trivia somewhere, but
Right.
I actually went to that train station. I was like, oh yeah, this is it, man. And I love that type of stuff, bro. I love trivia stuff like that, movie
Yes, yes.
location stuff, and this was filmed here, and all that stuff, man. I love that stuff. But when did you start actually kind of emceeing, bro, and rapping, getting into lyricism
Well,
and stuff like that?
funny thing is that as I was growing and evolving throughout my years and stuff like that, I want to say that the first time I really got into wanting to rap and stuff, um, like I said, it was around that time that I had already copped the tapes, like the All Eyes on Me and West Side Connection and a bunch of other tapes. My first real tape that I had ever got that was rap related or hip hop related was the Into Deep one, Back to the Hotel.
Oh yeah, bro. That was
You
like
know what I mean?
early, bro.
Oh yeah. So I want to say for my 5th birthday, this is how crazy it is, right? And I think about it now because I got a 5-year-old. But for my 5th birthday, my mother, she gifted me a small little boombox with that with the LP. You know what I mean? With the single. So
Oh,
it had the radio edit, and it had the I think the studio edit, and then it had the instrumental. So I was 5 years old already bumping that stuff. You know what I mean? Like, again, and it really had nothing to do with um it just spoke to me. You know what I mean? It was more about the music.
yeah.
Um, and so I want to say, man, I recorded my first freestyle when I was about 8 years old at one of my buddies' pads, and I did it to the Dangerous Minds instrumental. And I
Oh
want to say
yeah,
that they,
yeah.
they might have a tape of me. I think I want to say that one of my boys has that tape where they recorded me freestyling and doing my thing at that age. You know what I mean? I don't know what the hell I was saying, but I was just rocking to the music. You know what I mean?
It, can you recall that those bars now, bro? By any chance?
Oh no, man! I wouldn't even know what it was. You know what I mean?
You said
I
Dangerous Minds, Coolio, right?
yeah, Coolio, Dangerous
Gangs-
Minds,
Gangsta's Paradise.
Gangster's Paradise. I
Yes.
said Dangerous Minds. Yeah, it's Gangster's Paradise. You're right.
But,
You're right.
but you're right. It's from that movie, so
Yes, that's
you
right.
know. Mm-hmm.
That's right. Yeah. So
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 you
that
were
was
8
like
years
my.
old. I'm sorry.
I want to say I want to say I was maybe about 8.
Okay.
I mean, and anywhere between 7 and 9, bro, for sure. I wasn't past that because yeah, I was real young, man, and
Damn.
yeah, yeah. So I was, like I said, I was already like trying to mimic what I would see. You know, back in those days, remember when what was it, the what was it called, when you know, you could watch videos, and if you wanted to request a certain video, like you would have to call a certain number, like a hotline,
Oh
and
yeah,
you would have to pay. What was that? It was on a specific channel, man. The Hot Box or something like that, or oh no, not
yeah.
the box or something like that.
The
But
music box, maybe, or something.
the music box or something like that. Yes, and
Something.
you had a call. You had a call, and you could request, like, if there were specific videos that were out, you know, certain songs, and you can
Yes.
actually like pay, you know, whatever amount
Yeah.
of dollars, and they would play it for you. You
Mm-hmm.
know, $2, whatever it cost. You know, and
Exactly.
yeah. So around that time, man, I was already paying a lot of attention to just to music in general. You know what I mean? And it really wasn't just hip hop and rap. It was just music in general. Like I said, you know, family parties, family gigs. It was banda music. It was norteños. It was whatever. They were playing cumbias, and I was right there trying to mimic the bands. I was right there playing with them,
Yeah.
and it was cool, man. It was a cool experience.
Yeah, no doubt, man, no doubt. And so going into like later on, bro, your teenage years and into high school and stuff like that. Now, were you did you get into b-boying at all, or anything like that?
You know what? I didn't. Um, Not so much that. I mean, you know what? Some of my buddies did. They got into the whole breakdancing. You know, that whole, we were around that era as well, where
Yeah.
it was kind of starting to hit again. I think in the mid
Mm-hmm.
'90s.
Yeah.
Um, and it was a good buddy of mine that lived just a few houses down on the block, and and you know, there'd be other cats that would come from other areas or from other blocks and stuff, and they would come, and everybody was, you know, doing their thing and stuff like that. And I never personally got, you know, too involved with that. Um, I was the best thing I was able to do. I was able to do the worm. You know what I mean? That was it, man. That was my move. That, you know, that was
Or
it.
what
The
about
worm. You know what I mean? Yeah, or
uh
you know, a little mini pop locking and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But
that
nothing
was
major. You know what I mean? Nothing major.
the
I like
extent
to
of what I could do,
dance.
bro.
Yeah.
You're seeing it right here, bro. Yeah. The wave, wasn't that the wave?
The way, right?
Is that? Oh man, that's
You know what though? Real cool thing is that I did. It kind of takes me back to in junior high, my 7th grade year, either 7th or 8th grade year. I partnered up with a buddy, and we had to write a like a full report on a topic that of our choice. So we chose we decided to go with the 4 elements of hip. You know, the we called it the 4 elements,
Oh, cool. Okay.
and we wrote a full paper on that. You know what I mean? So obviously talking about the music aspect, you know, the dancing
Graffiti.
aspect of it, or graffiti, right? And it was real dope, man. We got an A. We got an A on that. You know what I mean?
Nice.
And
Nice.
yeah, it was real cool, man. Real cool. So like I said, I've always been into music. Um, and then eventually down the line, I think hip hop and rap kind of really became like my calling. Like that was really what I was really into.
Hmm.
Um, you know, it'd get to the point, you know, with us, the raza, man, I'd be bumping stuff, and my dad would be like, "Hey man, bájale a tus negros," you know, and stuff like that, you know, fucking hating and shit. And I'd be like, "Bro, this is music, man. This is music, you know. This is, you know." And you know, but I think for him it was more because of probably two reasons. It was the cursing, and then not being the cursing and not being able to understand what they were saying. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You
bro.
know,
Yeah.
but yeah, man, you know, like I said, I've been into it for forever, man. As long as I
Forever,
can
bro.
remember, man. Like just music in general, man. I've been into it.
Yeah, no doubt, bro. I come from a musical family myself, ready made, and you know, I recall in the mid '80s, bro. I'm a little bit older than you, bro, and or maybe a lot older than you. You know, well, I was eight. For example, I was 18 in '95. You know, so and yeah,
Okay.
so I'm like 10 years older. You're probably
So okay, now you're not that much older, carnal.
no.
If you were 18 in 95, I was 9 going on 10.
Okay, so 9, 10 years or
Yeah.
10 years. You know, but anyways, but
You
yeah.
still hey, now you're still good, brother. You know what I mean? Don't, you know?
No, I know, bro. You're only as old as you feel, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But
Go
my
ahead,
kids
man.
are
I'm sorry.
no, man. You said you had a 5-year-old. I got a 2 and a 4, bro. And they're aging me quick, bro. Oh, dude, bro. I mean,
What's
but go ahead.
no, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I recall in the mid '80s, bro. You know, I would go cop. You remember Music Plus, the
Yes.
music
Yeah.
store? Like it was like a warehouse, another warehouse. Sam
Right.
Good, all that. But yeah, I remember copying a License to Ill, Beastie Boys.
Okay.
You know, begging my mom to go take me and but anyways, but yeah, man, I grew up listening to all types of music though, bro. You know, everything from you know, back in the day, you know, Duran. I'm a big Cure, you know, all
Yeah. That's
of
dope.
Depeche Mode, YouTube. I mean, you know, and then R&B, bro. Back in the day, you know, of course, Michael Jackson, Prince, all that stuff, bro. All the '80s stuff.
Yes.
You know, Tears for Fears, man. I mean, and then all the hip hop stuff back then, bro. You know, obviously you had Easy E back then, and
Right.
NWA and Public Enemy,
Right.
but et cetera, et cetera. But yeah, bro, I never really got into playing an instrument because I mean I love music, bro, from day one, and I was a music and I come from a musical family with musicians and stuff.
Right.
But yeah, man, music's part of life, right? I like what Quincy Jones says, bro. You know Quincy Jones. He says there's two things you can't live without in life. You know? That's water and music, bro. You know
Music.
the
I believe that.
you know. So, but yeah, man. So going back to high school, bro. So at that point, when did when did it start to kind of accelerate for you, bro? As far as the music and making music and as an MC and et cetera, et cetera.
So when I want to say almost immediately, man. Shit, I think even when I was in junior high for my, I want to say 14th birthday, was I in junior high still? I might have been. You know, I asked for a keyboard because I wanted to learn how to start playing the keys.
Oh,
And
okay.
then, right. And so that's what I wanted, you know, for that. And then when I moved, a good friend of mine, he actually, when we were young, yeah, he was a real good friend of mine. His brother, he happened to be into making music also, but he was more into the house. He was more into sampling house music
Mm,
and that style of music. You know what I mean? Like up tempo type stuff.
yep.
But
Yep.
I remember I used to you know, I would love going to obviously hang out with my buddy, but also just because I knew his brother was going to be working on some shit, and his brother was the type of dude. You know, mind you, the houses in Santa Ana are not the biggest, depending where you're at. You know, right there in my neighborhood, um, you know, they're not the biggest, man. So somebody that's bumping the music, you're gonna hear it throughout the whole house. You know what I mean? And he was one of them kind of dudes, man, where I mean, he had if I remember correctly, I think some of the monitors that he had were serving Vegas. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Some 12 inchers. You know what I mean? And the homie used to fucking bang it tough, you know. And so but I used to love it. I used to love going just to hear the shit that he'd be doing, because we wouldn't go in there with them. You know what I mean? Like I wasn't going to hang out with him. I was hanging out with my buddy, and then his brother. They were a lot older. You know what I mean? They were probably about 10 years older than him. So,
Okay.
so we used to look up to them. You know what I mean? Like, oh
Yep.
shit! But his brother was into that kind of stuff. So, fast forwarding to starting high school, his brother happened to somehow, some way, I found out that his brother was trying to sell some gear, and I was like, well, shit, man, I'd be down to cop it. I think I had just got my first job. I was working at McDonald's, and I was like,
Okay.
fuck, in 2 weeks, I'm gonna get this shit. So so it was a sampler, resampler, a drum machine. It's called the Ensonic. It was made by a company called ASRX, or you know what, or it might be the other way around. No, I think it is like that. No, it's the Ensonic was the name of the company.
Mm-hmm.
It was called the ASRX by Ensonic.
Okay.
And old pieces of gear, man. I mean, this is before. I want to say this was even out before the MPC, and it wasn't until years later that I found out that I actually had a pretty good piece of gear, because I found out that people like DJ Quick had it.
Oh.
Big producers. You know what I mean? So I was like, oh shit, I had something that was real dope in my hands, and I had it for several years, and I learned to use it, and so I was able to cop that, and was called like a sound module.
Okay.
Which just basically, little interface that had a bunch of sounds, and I was able to run it through MIDI on my keyboard and just play whatever I wanted to. So that was around, I was maybe about 15 years old, 15,
Okay.
16. Yeah, I remember, man, I was getting in trouble, going to school, not doing shit. Because to be quite honest with you, man, I was always thinking about music. Like, music was my thing. I'd get home, and the first thing I'd want to do is just hop on the keyboard and see, I'd be in class, and there'd be melodies in my head. There'd be melodies running through my head, and I'd be trying to remember what I had, wanted to go home and see what I could do. You know what I mean? See what I could cook up. And so around that time is when I really started getting a little more. I mean, obviously I was already starting to make investments on myself.
Is that right?
And so, you know what I mean? I just started kind of getting more stuff, bought a computer, got acquainted with Pro Tools, got myself a little inbox, all those cool things and stuff like that. And that's when I started learning a little bit more. Kind of just started, YouTube wasn't as prominent, you know what I mean? I don't even think it was around yet. So you kind of had to just be self-taught, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no doubt, man. Hey, a quick question, bro. Alejandro Agramont has a question, bro. Do you still have that keyboard?
I actually do.
Is that right?
I actually do. Yeah, I actually do, man.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's pretty beat up. You know what I mean? I've kept it with me just for the sake of being able to say that I got it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's
hoping that one day, if things do take off, I can kind of look back and say, hey man, this is one of the first pieces of gears that I had, even if it really didn't do shit. You know what I mean? Like just to be able to have it, you know what I mean? And be able to say, hey, look, this is kind of where it all started,
Oh.
And, so yeah, no, I still got that keyboard.
Very cool.
And yeah, brother. Yeah.
No, that's a nice piece of equipment right there, bro. It's a special. I'm sure it has
Yeah, it has a sentimental value. You know what I mean? Yeah, absolutely, man. Like I said, I wouldn't be able to really do nothing with it now. You know what I mean? But just because that's kind of where it all started, if you will, I would definitely just like to keep it with me. You know what I'm saying? Just for those reasons.
Yeah, no doubt, bro. No doubt, man. So Readymade. I've been wanting to ask you, bro. Where does the name Readymade come from, bro? Talk about that, bro. Like, how did that come about? Readymade Tha Wise.
Oh man, that's interestingly enough, it actually came because of the nickname that I got from my neighborhood.
Okay.
So the nickname that I got in my neighborhood was Listo.
Okay.
So ready, Listo in Spanish, right? And the way I got my name, the way, Yeah. So exactly. So that's kind of how some of the homies that I was introduced to, they kind of seen that, like, when I got brought around with some of the fellas in the neighborhood, they kind of seen that I was the kind of dude that I was always very observant. And then whenever I said some shit, I didn't really like putting myself out there, like being on some dumb shit. You know what I mean? Like, if I was gonna kind of say something, don't get me wrong, I was a kid too. I used to fool around. I used to say dumb shit. But I think when things kind of got serious and stuff like that, I think I always tried being a little more. I was always a conscious individual. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how else to put it, but I always kind of felt like I had to be like just on my P's and Q's. You know what I mean? With my toes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
10 toes down type thing. And so yeah, so the homie said, "Hey man, call this fool listo." You know what I mean? Like, this dude's kind of like always on this shit. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
and I was like, "For hey man," I ran with it. It felt cool. As
Yeah.
a kid, you kind of feel like, all right, hell yeah, I'll stick with that. And
No
so
doubt.
yeah, so as when I started getting involved with really making music and stuff like that, I actually started doing it with some of the homies in my neighborhood. As a matter of fact, I'm not sure you're familiar with Isra. That Isra is actually, he's another homie that he's on here with us on social media. The homie Groove has played some of his stuff on the Groove Shack as well.
How do you spell it, brother?
Isra, Izraw.
Yeah, I see. I may. Okay.
Yeah, you know what? He actually was interviewed on the American Cholo. He actually came.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I recall a little bit. Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
Very
So
cool.
um and so him and he actually we grew up in the same neighborhood too. And
Okay.
just so happens that we found each other just about 8 months ago, brother. Like, we haven't talked in over 10 years. You know
Wow.
what I mean? So we found each other on behalf of social media and everything that was going on with COVID and stuff like that. Everybody was kind of, I think a lot of us ran to social media to kind of try to connect with people and just
Yeah.
kind of stay
Yeah.
active. You know what I mean? So him and I, uh, reason why I brought him up was because when I seriously started making music, which in my teen years, we were working together, him and I and a couple other buddies. And I want to say maybe when I was 17, 18, I don't know what it was, man, but the light bulb just kind of went off, I mean, or
Uh-huh.
went on. And I said, you know what? And it wasn't really like this. It really wasn't like, I didn't think of it in this fashion where I was like, oh, for a marketing standpoint, I got to change my name. It was more like, man, I'm not trying to be out here looking like half of these Chicano rappers. Nothing against them, but
Uh-huh.
I know damn well that if I put myself out there like that, I'm gonna put myself in a box. So what I
Mm.
did was like, you know what? I'm gonna swap my name. Instead of going by Listo, I'm gonna go by Ready. So I started going by Ready. I actually first was going by Esse Ready. That's really how I was going by.
Okay.
And then I want to say maybe a little bit down the line, not too far out, I added the made to it. So just ready made. Hecho
Right.
listo, you know what I mean? Just ready made, like just
Yeah.
been ready.
Yeah.
So and that's how it's been, man. And it's been like that ever since, man.
When did you come up with Ready Made? What was the time frame on that?
I want to say I was probably about anywhere between you know what, when we did a show at, you remember the Boogie in Anaheim?
Yeah. Heck yeah.
Okay, so
Little
we were one
Boogie.
of the last one. Yeah. We were one of the last ones. We were actually probably the last performers to ever perform at that club.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Dude, I
Yeah.
love
So
that place, man.
yeah, before it shut down. Um and
Wow.
so around that time, I want to say I was about late 18, 19 years old. I was already going by Ready Made.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Wow.
was already.
Dude,
Yeah, so
wow. The Boogie, man. I'm tripping out right now.
yeah,
Yeah.
the Boogie, man. It was,
It
a
was
lot of
lit.
folks
Yeah.
from a lot of folks from LA used to like coming to it too. And but you know how it is with clubs, man. Depending on the nights and stuff like that, you're gonna get certain crowds and stuff like that. So
Right.
uh but yeah, man, but we turned up, you know what I mean? It was actually real cool. We had a real good time. And yeah, man.
Yeah, man. When did you add the Wise to it?
You know what? The Wise is actually something that I just added to my profile.
Okay.
And not too long ago. That's actually, the Wise is really not part of my alias. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
Readymade is really the alias that I utilize. The Wise was just something that I kind of attached to it just for you know, for social media. Why I did it? You know what? I want to say that I think I was even thinking about coming up with a brand and I was calling it The Wise, right?
Oh,
But once a lot of these other brands started coming out, you got Streetwise, and then you got what is it, Wise Man Apparel.
Okay.
Got a few. I was kind of like, man, if I come with something like this, it might feel or look like, you know, I just kind of you know, bit off an idea that they might have had. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But for me, to be quite honest with you, man, the idea of even going that route with something like The Wise was more like, I just kind of I've always saw myself to be like I said, a conscious individual. Like, even when I was in the mix doing shit that I knew I wasn't supposed to be doing, even amongst my peers, I kind of feel like I was always the type of dude to try to demonstrate responsibility in one way or another.
Yeah.
From a mental standpoint, you know. So I'd be telling my homeboys, like, hey, look, maybe this, maybe that, or I don't think this, or I don't think that, and this is why. I wouldn't be one of them dudes where I was just like, oh no, not on some scary shit, more on some, hey, you motherfuckers we really need to think about this kind of shit if we're gonna fucking go do some dumb shit. You know what I mean? Like, just different things, you know. And that's just from the, you know, from the streets, but even just in general, you know what I mean? I think even when it just came to having a conversation, man, I've always been the type of dude, man, that I've always liked just kind of having more deeper conversations, you know, profound stuff. I've always been into weird I don't know if you want to call it weird shit, but just you cut a conversation with me, I'll get deep with it, you know what I mean? As best as I can, you know what I mean? And not for no reason. I think it's just natural, you know what I mean? I don't do it to impress nobody. I don't do it for nothing like that. It's just, you know, it's just who I am.
You're just a deep thinker, man. No, I hear you, bro.
Yeah, exactly, man.
I can relate, bro. This is, you know, I like thinking about things, you know, that are deep, that are intellectual, and
absolutely,
you know what I mean, and history and you know, stuff like that, man. And I was listening to your conversation the last week, man. Shout out to Sanchez, Luis in Manchas. And,
right. Yeah, that's the homie.
Yeah, Santana, right? Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And he you know, you guys were getting into some really deep stuff as well, man, and with that and that conversation on that live, and so yeah, you know, and that's when I put it together. I was like, okay, that the Readymade Tha Wise. That's why he calls himself the Wise. So,
you know, it's funny because and it's cool that you asked the question. I think on one of the first times when I became acquainted with Louis from Simanchas, I think that question was also posed, and or I think he might have made a comment, or somebody made a comment in regards to, like, maybe individuals who kind of what's the right word? They kind of what, I don't know if gloat or they kind of just, you know, their brains, they you know, they want to make themselves bigger than what they are. You know what I'm saying? And something had to do with the term with that terminology, with wanting to be a wise individual and stuff like that. Like, you can't have people, like, in other words, you can't be the one to place titles upon yourself. You know what I mean? Like, it's on people to say, hey man, this dude's a real wise dude. You know what I mean? Or this dude's real smart, or this dude's real intellectual. It's very articulate. You feel me? And so
Yeah.
when that kind of came out, I was kind of like, hey, so you think there's an issue with me putting the Wise on my, attaching that to my name?
Uh,
And I think the answer that I got was like, oh no, you are a fucking smart motherfucker. I got like some funny, like a funny remark, you know what I mean? And so which is cool, but again, I don't do it for no like I don't do it for no
for
uh
notoriety or
yeah, no
attention.
yeah, no ill intentions, nothing. I don't need it, I don't need it for like, oh, to make myself feel better. It's no ego in me when it comes to that kind of stuff, you know what I mean?
No
It's
doubt,
just
bro.
I like I said, it really happened just because of the idea of creating the brand. And then I was like, you know what, fuck, I'll just attach, Readymade _ the Wise. And
Yeah.
I might still make a brand out of it, you know what I mean? If things start kind of going well, which I feel they are, we'll be able to, I think we'll be in a better position to be able to really shop an idea like that, you know what I'm saying? Where it's not going to look like, oh, well, because the cats from Streetwise or them other cats from that also utilize the word wise in their branding,
Yeah.
it's going to really have nothing to do with that, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So we'll see if we actually make something of it.
No doubt, man. No, I think, and speaking of which, man, you know, right now, let's get into that a little bit, bro, with the Cultured Original Network, bro, and
Sure.
the whole crew, man. And you guys are doing a lot of good things, a lot of big things, man. I've seen, you got the video with M Coast recently.
Right.
That came out. You got the Groove Shack, Louie and Model Mommy, they're doing their thing, bro. Talk a little bit about Cultured Original Network, how you guys came to be, and what direction you guys are you feel like you're headed in a positive direction, obviously, I think. And but yeah,
Right.
talk about the Cultured Original Network, man.
Yeah. The whole idea behind that was really, I think, just how everything was naturally coming together. Um, Obviously, with again going back a few months when all the things that were happening in the world and how we were all being affected,
Yeah.
and having to run to social media, if you will, or not run, but having to find ways to still stay connected. You know what I'm saying, with people. Um, I think a lot of us were able to find each other. You know what I'm saying, and that's exactly how it happened. Um, First, it started, like I said. I came across the homie Louis from Sin Manchas, um, and then and I'll just be honest, them cats from Minnesota, from Pura Cultura.
Okay.
I think there was maybe like two. I think Louis and I had actually gone in there, and I think there was one time where the homie was having a dialogue with them cats, and I think the way me and him headed off was because he was expressing himself about something, but the way they were receiving that, I think it was being misunderstood, and so
Misinterpreted.
yeah, it was being misinterpreted, right? So long story short, I kind of just made a comment, and I think the homie caught wind of that, or he's seen it, and he hit me up on the side and say, hey man, I'm so and so, and cool, and whoop de whoop, and as far as that was that. And then how I met the homie Groove, I think might have also been through that,
Okay.
right? So me and Groove also met through there, and then alongside of that, Louis, the homie Louis Tamayo, and Model Mommy, they were also amongst that mix. Um,
Yeah.
and I think they were on a live with the homie too from Simanchas. Um, and then we've all kind of just got connected, man. Everybody was networking with somebody, and that kind of just made it expand a little bit. DJ Divine Light, well, she's been a DJ with the Groove for a cool minute. You know what I mean? So that naturally just, that's one and two right there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um, and then I got my boy Sal which is Luis Primo. He's part of the team too. We got the homie Exposure, which is a dope ass photographer. And then we got our shooters, man. We got our shooters, which is Heyomatic, the homie Heyomatic. You guys look him up on Instagram, and then we also got the homie 620. 620 Productions.
Oh, okay.
Again, the way it kind of all happened, like I said, it was just all organically. You know what I mean? Like it really wasn't anybody. It was almost more like shit, man. It's just coming together. You know.
Wow.
I had, you know, I had I was, you know, I had the privilege and opportunity to be able to go on the Groove Shack on the show with them,
Mm-hmm.
and we hit it off really well. You know what I mean? Groove is a real good dude, man. That man has a
Yeah.
real good heart. You know,
No
he's a
doubt.
little
No doubt.
crazy. You know, he's a little crazy, but you know, but hey, every you know, every good man and every artist, you know, comes with a little bit of crazy.
Yeah.
No, man, but we got you know, we got nothing but love for that man right there, man. He's a good dude.
Is it-
And so I remember what, you know, one of my conversations with them was hey bro, whatever you're trying to do, you know what I mean? Like let's push it. You know what I mean? And I know at the moment maybe it didn't really feel real because I was out here, he was out there. And then once I was able to make a move out there, because I was in California for about 3 months, I think we were able to kind of bring more things together.
Mhm.
So the idea of the Cultured Original Network really came about right before the end of last year.
Okay.
I was already thinking of different things. I was seeing everything that was going on amongst everybody. Everybody kind of had their own lane, what have you, and the things that they were trying to attack. Everybody is creating their own brands, and everybody has, you know, just like a real team.
Yeah.
Everybody has they're playing a position. Whether you're in
Yeah.
a banda, you're playing your own instrument, or if you're on a team, you're playing a certain spot, right? So
Yep.
naturally, in a team, when you put all those things together, you figure out a way to make it correlate. You figure out a way to make it work. You know what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
so that's kind of where my mind was beginning to run, and had a real cool conversation with some of the fellas, Louis, Groove, and I was like, hey man, you know what? These ideas are just coming, man. Like maybe we should do something bigger. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we should do something more dope. And so I started, you know, I'm the type of dude that my mind always runs, and I was starting to think of different names. And
Mm-hmm.
I had already shared the idea of even creating a network even beforehand. Um, I had gotten, you know, this was something that I was already thinking about time back, but I just never knew how to go about it. Like I never knew how to, like, okay, you know, where do we start type thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh, but I think that with everything that's happening and the way it's happening, I think a lot of the things have just been kind of, again, organically happening. You know what I'm saying? And all of us, we have something to offer. Everybody is bringing something of value. You know what I'm saying? So again, to me, it just seemed like the appropriate thing to do is come up with something that was going to really illustrate how a group of individuals, not only from different areas, but who are introducing or are bringing different ideas, can come together to really do something collectively. You know what I'm saying? So,
Oh.
uh, and so that's really where we are, man. I mean, we're still in the in the baby stages of all
Uh-huh.
this. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? But the vision is a big one, and you know, we're just shooting and we're aiming to go big, man.
No, no doubt. I see it, man. I see it, and it's really special, man. Because when you have a bunch of when you can get a group of like-minded individuals to have such cohesiveness, such great chemistry, man.
Right, absolutely.
It's really a special thing, man. And you know, yeah, like you said, man, you guys, everybody brings something to the table. There's a role. Each one has. It seems like everybody plays their role. Um,
Right.
you know, you got the modeling aspect. You got the DJing, the you know, the broadcasting aspect. You know, and then everybody's creating their own brand.
Right.
It's really, and you guys, man, all you guys are so positive, man, very supportive, and And I appreciate you guys, man, because since day one, like Groove was the first one I met, and then Louie, and then Model Mommy, yourself, and you know, it's interesting, Ready Made. When I stumbled when I first met you, or not met, but when I first
Stumbled.
stumbled upon you and knew
Right.
who you were, I think Groove was on the live, and
Right.
I was kind of interacting with Groove on that live, and you were kind of in the background with another somebody else, another gentleman. I don't recall who it was, and I think you were in Texas. But then, like, I would and Groove would say, Groove was kind of showing. He was kind of giving me a shout out, and then you were kind of interacting in the background. But I could tell you were so positive. You didn't even know me, man. You were like, "Hey, what's up? Big shout out." And then I don't know if you recall. This was sometime last year, bro. But
Yeah.
and but I was like, "Oh, okay, man. Yeah, it was good people." Right away, I when you know, bro. You know, like,
Right. Exactly, man.
you know good gente when you know good gente, bro. And
Exactly, man. Exactly. No, and you know what? You know, for me personally, man, I mean, it's always really been about that. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of wherever I've been in my life, I've always, you know, for me, it's a real big issue, or it's a real big deal to remain true to who I am, like being genuine with folks. You know what I mean? Being genuine with gente. Um, I'm not the type of individual who you know what I'm saying? Like if I don't like you, you're gonna know I don't like you. You know what I mean? Like if I'm not feeling your energy, you're gonna probably know I'm not feeling your energy. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
But nonetheless, I don't like being the kind of individual who is kind of looking for that. You know what I'm saying? Or
yeah,
who is looking to call out like, nah, like it's more about, you know what, like let let's let's pour out what we're trying to receive. You know what I mean? And so I much rather try to pour out positive energy and in hopes that people will become receptive to that, so that I can get that in return. Um, you know, but don't get me wrong. You know, I'm not a perfect man. I'm not a perfect human being. You know, I've definitely made many mistakes in my life, and maybe sometimes have projected the wrong vibe. You know what I'm saying? But I think the most important thing when it comes to all with stuff like that is accountability. You know what I mean? It's acknowledging like, hey man, oh shit, maybe dude over there is looking at me funny because he might have got a different vibe from me. You know what I mean? And so um,
no
you
doubt.
know, and so you kind of you try to make your own efforts to show different, you know, and stuff like that. And if it helps and if it works, great. And if it doesn't, hey man, just keep it moving. You know.
Yeah, yeah, no doubt, Ready Made, no doubt, bro. I'm right. I can relate to everything you just said, bro. You definitely want to. You know, what I mean, you reap what you sow, right? You
Exactly.
know,
Exactly.
and then you get into law of attraction. You get into manifestation and all these
Right.
things, bro. It's really true, man. It's really true. It might sound cliche, whatever, but yeah, you definitely, like you said, I like what you said. You pour what you want to receive,
Right.
and good or bad, right? Good or bad, and
Absolutely, man. You know, one of the things that I like to remind myself of, and I try to show people around me, is that in life, you know, there's always gonna be an effect, no matter what. What There will always be an effect. I think a lot of people when they hear that word, oh, I was affected, they don't realize that that term, it's very vague, because will affect in what kind of way. You might
mm-hmm,
have been affected positively, or you might have been affected negatively. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? So now we're getting into the meats and potatoes when it comes to that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? We're now we're kind of defining what that effect is. You know, and so um, to me, those kind of things, you know, I like to just remind myself of, you know, how am I affecting people around me? What
mm-hmm,
might I be doing? You know, that could cause whatever type of reaction from whatever type of person. And so but again, you know, everybody's different. And I think that's also what's important, is that we got to be mindful of that, is that every individual's different. nobody else is, there might be a lot of people who can relate to me and, might think like I do, but doesn't mean that they're going to think 100% like me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, it's just a matter of being conscious, man, when it comes to things like that. So.
Oh yeah, man. No doubt, bro. No doubt. It's yeah. I always, I try to put my best foot forward, man, and
Right.
always show love to people, man, and sometimes it's not reciprocated, bro, but that's okay,
Right.
you move on, and I've always been one to I and honestly, bro, I'm kind of like naturally. I expect a lot back from people, bro, because I'm gonna show you love, man. I'm gonna show you respect, and from the get-go, right? They always say, "Oh, respect is earned" and all that, but it is.
Right.
But I'm gonna give every individual the respect, and because
Right.
we're all human, bro. We're all human,
Exactly, man. You see, and that's one of those things that I can agree, but I can also disagree with that philosophy, because or that type of mind frame, because again, like you said, it's if you decide to be the one that's like just coming out here and respecting everybody and being positive and stuff like that, I guarantee you the majority is going to become receptive to that. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And with them not knowing you and what have you, I think they're just going to naturally want to. They're going to gravitate to that, and they're going to see, hey man, this dude's real cool. Like, I don't know who he is, but
Yeah.
they're going to feel the energy. You know what I mean? Like, if they know how to read it, and more than likely they're going to show you love.
100%.
The ones that are bitter and sour, and hey man, they might have some real shit going on in their lives or whatever, and they're just not receptive. They're not able to connect with that. But the hopes is that we do connect with as many as we can.
Yes, absolutely, bro. Absolutely. Like you said, the majority, man. But what is next for Cultured Original Network, bro? Anything can you share with us? Any types of upcoming projects? And I
You know what, man? Yeah,
Mhm.
no, absolutely, brother. We actually have several things in store. I'm gonna be making my way back out to California. I got to go back out there, and I'm gonna probably be back out there for a longer run this time. Only because my interest and everything that I'm trying to do is obviously is surrounding building the network. You know what I mean? So I just we need to be there to make sure that we're building this puppy from the ground up. You know what I mean? So we got to lay down the footing. We gotta we gotta make sure that we're getting the structure together and stuff like that, and organizing ourselves. But we have a lot of great things in store, man. I don't want to say too much. I don't want to give out too much. I think you kind of pinpointed what the directions that we kind of want to go in the sense that you got different players playing different positions. You know what I'm saying? So
I like it, bro.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, uh I guess if I can kind of sum it up, we're gonna try to attack as many fields as we can. You know what I'm saying? But most importantly, the idea behind even doing any of that, man, is to honestly just be able to demonstrate that look at what we can do when you have, again, folks from different walks of life who allow themselves to, hey, you know what I'm saying? Hey, hey man, this one I'm doing, this one I'm, hey, fuck, come on, bring that shit over here. Let's do something. Because at the end of the day, and maybe just to utilize it as an example, yeah, I'm a music producer, a songwriter. You know what I mean? I know engineering as well. You know what I mean? But there might be other individuals, even within my department, who might know things that I don't know.
Yeah.
So me, I'm the type of dude, man, that whenever I run into people like that, I'm trying to pick their brain. I'm trying to
Yeah.
see, you know, I'm trying to see how I'm able to relate to what they know. And hey, man, hey, did you know this? But you know, stuff like that. You know what I mean? I,
Yep.
I'm the type of dude, man, that, and I know sometimes maybe it's not the best thing when it comes to business, but I like to be transparent, man. I'm that kind of dude. You know what I'm saying? I like being like an open book. I don't like bullshitting people. You know what I mean? But like I said, yeah, I know that when it comes to business and stuff like that, I mean, sometimes that's not the best quality. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you,
Uh,
man.
but at the same time, you know what, man? People like to say, well, what would Jesus do, man? Jesus was just a real dude. You know what I mean? Like he was just a real man. You know what I mean? And he was
Yeah.
genuine. He was wholehearted. You know what I mean? And you know, I feel like I just got to be true to who I am. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, man, we are here, man. We're all bringing something to the table for sure. You know?
Nice. Yeah, I hear you, brother. You guys are like Voltron. Remember Voltron? You
Yeah.
guys, we got the black cat, the green cat, the yellow cat, the red.
Right.
And when it comes together, man, you become a fierce fighting machine, bro. And
Hey,
no,
I was gonna say, brother, I love the fact that you utilize that analogy or that example. Um, my boy Louis, we were talking because came out here, we hung out here for Thanksgiving and all that good stuff, and he brought up Captain Planet. You
Captain
remember Captain
Planet.
Planet?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, that
Remember
was, yeah,
you had uh, you know, you had Earth, Wind, Fire. You know, everybody. There was different
yeah,
elements. There's different
yeah.
elements. You know what
Hmm.
I mean? And when you combine those elements,
Love that.
you, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I was like, hey man, that's fucking dope. Like we got to try to come up with, you know, again, it's all just to utilize that metaphor for good things. You know what I mean? And to
Yep.
help illustrate what we're trying to do. And so that's really what it is, man. Like that's where we're at, man. And we're in a stage right now where we're learning how to utilize all these elements and bring them together. And
Mm,
and and hopefully Captain Planet is gonna pop up, man.
yeah. Oh, it is, man. No doubt, bro. No doubt, man. Yes, you guys are headed in the right direction, man. And but I like what Groove says. You know, he posted something earlier today about, you know, you got to have patience. You got to, you got to do things the right way. But
Yes.
you know, because we all want to be successful. We all want to achieve our goals and our dreams, and but
Right.
we have to go through the process. We got to put in the work. And um, but yeah, man, no, but I love what you guys are doing, bro. And by the way, did you produce M Coast track, Far Away?
Yeah. So there was actually another producer that was involved with that. But I did help with the mixing and the mastering aspect of it. Um,
Okay.
and I also kind of helped with the arrangement. Um, so the youngster, he came through. He had his part. He put his part on the song. And he had actually um he was trying to get he actually sent it to a few of us to have listened to it. And when I heard it, I was immediately drawn to it, just because I felt like, you kind of know when you hear something. At least for myself, when I hear something, I can hear what the potential. You know what I mean? Like what could come of it.
Yes.
And so I immediately was like, hey man, look, send me the files, and I'm gonna do a few things to it. And so when I sent it back, the youngster was like, oh man, fuck, this shit is dope, bro. Like, he was wilding with the idea and stuff like that. So then we did our thing, you know what I mean? Again, thanks to the team. We were able to get the homie 620 and Hey Omatic. They were the visionaries behind the guys who were shooting it. And man, we got, in my opinion, it was definitely beyond great quality, you know what I mean, of work. And we were able to kind of just portray and depict what we were trying to do. There was probably more that we could have done, but at the same time, I felt very comfortable with what the outcome was, like of the video and stuff like that. Um, Unfortunately, we didn't get to. I'm not gonna say we didn't get to, but when you got unfortunately the youngster M Coast, his agenda was a little bit different from what we're trying to do. And you know what? At the end of the day, man, you just gotta if we can't be on the same page, something you just gotta respect what people want to do and just let them do what they do. You know what I mean? And that's
Yeah.
it. Nonetheless, man, we did get a lot of love for it, and even for the ones who are now just barely discovering the song. And I get hit up for it, or people will send me something like, "Hey, man, you guys did, this, that." Like, I've gotten DMs and stuff like that, and so it feels pretty good. You know what I mean? But that's
Oh
just
yeah.
one of many. You know what I'm saying? One of many to come. You know what I mean? So, we got it. From the music standpoint, and there's a lot in store for sure.
You're just scratching the surface, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Little teasers.
Yeah. Yeah. No doubt, bro. Hey, man. No, I love that track, man. I love the song, man, and the video. Everything it's great, man.
No,
Really,
thank you, brother. Thank you, man.
of course, bro. No, you're welcome, bro. Hey, Ready Made, man. Before we wrap it up, man, I want to ask you a question. Who are some, if you can narrow it down,
Sure.
some guests, sometimes they can't narrow it down, but who are three people, um, in any walk of life, could be your family member, could be celebrity, anyone, man, anyone, who are three people you would love to sit down and have dinner with, have an opportunity to sit down and break bread with, bro?
Man, that's a very, very good question, brother. That's a very good question. For me, man, there's people that I sometimes run into, not personally, but just, you know what I'm saying? Kind of like you said, like you stumbled upon me, and I'm kind of the same way. I stumble upon people. I'm the kind of individual, man, that whenever I'm dealing with somebody who's kind of like out the box type thing, shit, man, there's a few people, man, that I would like to meet. I mean,
No
I know you're
doubt.
familiar with the homie Gary V. He's like an inspirational speaker, right?
Oh
But
yeah,
but he
yeah.
he talks about business. I truly dig how that homie's just very like his blunt approach. You know what I'm saying? Like in telling you, like, not so much he's not letting you know like if it's right or wrong, or you're wrong or whatever, but like having the ability to be able to communicate to somebody that maybe, it's almost like you become an advisor. You know what I'm saying? You're
Yeah.
providing, you're giving advice, you're consulting at the same time, and but having to be, being able to do it in a way where you're able to communicate to that individual that, hey, you know uh maybe, do this but don't do that and shit like that. And you know people like that are the kind of people that I kind of like, I like talking with. He would be like one of them that would be dope to sit with them, and I wouldn't even know, like, fuck, what should I tell this guy? You know what I'm saying?
I know.
He's one of them. Who else, man?
Yeah, that's good. That's good,
Even
man.
even 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 for music, you know what I mean? Like for somebody that's been in music, man. Like I'm a big, believe it or not, man. Like I'm a big fan of. I have a huge respect for audio engineers. I feel like audio engineers don't get a lot of credit for their position and what they do.
Hmm.
Um, a lot of people don't realize that they have a lot to do with why, maybe a certain drum beat or bass line or whatever, even though the musician is playing the music, you know what I'm saying? The audio engineer helps give it that pop or that sizzle or whatever it needs, you know what I mean? That you know what I mean? And a
Yeah.
lot of the times people don't realize, especially the kind of like the general listener, you know what I mean? Um,
Hmm.
People don't realize, so somebody in that department, man,
Okay. That's
that
awesome.
that 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 I know is pretty keen with all that, man, is fuck. I don't know. It's kind of like a toss up between Dre and Quick. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Yeah. And the reason why I say that, you know, Quick is somebody who's always been underrated. Underrated, man. Underrated. But man,
Hell
like
yeah.
I've met other audio engineers who have platinum tracks, who have Grammys, who have told me, hey man, like I've been in the studio with DJ Quick and that fool, he's like a genius, you know, like the way he thinks, you know, and I'm intrigued by stuff like that, you know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
So that would be dope. But I've also heard that Quick's not the nicest guy sometimes. So I don't know, you know. I
In the
don't know. He
studio?
might do uh like just in
Or
person. I don't know.
okay.
But you know, it could have been maybe with that person could have been a bad interaction. You know what I mean? Like I don't know.
Yeah. You want
And then another dude, the third one. This might be funny or not, man, but I don't know if you've ever heard of the Ron Burgundy podcast.
Robert. I haven't heard it, man. I haven't listened.
Will Ferrell.
Yeah, I know Will Ferrell.
Man, I would encourage you, like
Okay.
the Ron Burgundy podcast, man. You can actually it's on Spotify, and I'm sure it's on other
Apple Podcasts and all that.
platforms.
Yeah.
But yeah, Will Ferrell, he plays his character Ron Burgundy, right? From the movie. What's the movie called? The Anchorman. Anchorman. Bro,
Yep.
he does a phenomenal job, bro, in this podcast. This is
a character.
Yeah, like he is interviewing people as Ron Burgundy. You know what I mean? So it's pretty funny, man. Like if you have a pretty good sense of, you know, if you like that kind of, you know, that kind of sense of humor, you know, that type of humor is definitely somebody to check out, man. And hey, fuck it, why not, man? Just to have a good time.
Hell yeah, I gotta check that out, bro.
Go have dinner with Ron Burgundy, bro. Not Will Ferrell, Ron Burgundy.
I love that. I love that, bro. That's good. That's good.
Yeah, bro. So,
hell yeah, bro. That guy's a maniac, bro.
Yeah, he's crazy. And you know what? I know we were talking about certain people. He's actually from OC too. He's from Irvine.
Yeah.
And I want to. I think he went to Irvine High School, if I'm not mistaken. But I know, I know he's from Irvine. He's from Irvine. So that's the next city down, which is night and day next to Santa Ana. You know what I mean? But nonetheless, you know what I mean. It's a city right next to it. So.
Louis said not Ron Jeremy, Groove. You wanted to clarify that.
Ron Jeremy. Yeah.
Who is that?
That might no. And that might be like, there's a reason why the homies is directing that at Groove. Hey, there was a reason why I said I would never drop the soap, especially around Groove, bro.
Oh, Groove, man. Hey, we're finding out all kinds of things tonight, bro.
Oh man, like I say, hey, Groove is a you know, it's jokes aside, man. That's the homie right there, man. He's a real good dude, man. He has a good heart, and that's why we're behind it, brother. You know what I mean? Like we're getting ready to we're actually scouting a few locations. We're doing our thing with getting our place. Yeah. We're gonna have an official location where we're gonna be able to run the Groove Shack from, because the homie's running it from his place right now. So again, that's one of the other reasons why, like, I need to get back to California, because I'm also part of that operation and getting that going. Again, man, we got a lot of good things in store, man. And once we get the place, man, DoubleAA, you got to come hang with us, brother. You know what I mean? We got to bring you on our platform, and not just that, man, but us being able to really sit down and have a real cool dialogue with you, man, on our stuff and in person. You know, I think that would be dope.
Oh, bro, you just tell me when, bro. Tell me when, I'm there, man. I would do it, man. It would be my pleasure, brother. Absolutely, 100%, brother. It's just a matter of time.
No, for sure, brother. We'll definitely set it up.
No doubt, bro, man. Hey, brother, but before you go, where can the good people follow you, bro? Where can they connect with you on social media? Go ahead and let them know, man.
Absolutely, man. So for the most part, I utilize Instagram. That's going to be the main handle. So Readymade _ Tha Wise, and that's the THAWISE. Again, that's my main handle. Follow us on. We also have the Cultured Original Network. We have that page as well. We haven't posted nothing up yet, only because again, we want to make sure that we're approaching it in a fashion or in a way that is going to be maybe a little bit different from what everybody else is doing. But nonetheless, that profile exists. So follow us at the Cultured Original Network, just as it sounds. And follow everybody else on the team. You know what I mean? We got Louis Tamayo, we got Model Mommy, we got the Groove Shack Radio, we got DJ Divine Light, we got 620 Productions, we got Hey It's Omatic,
Exposure LA.
Exposure LA, that's the homie right there. And even people that connect with them, you know what I'm saying? Like you'll see, for example, like with Exposure, his brother is also somebody else that shoots and does film work, and that's Carnival. So like
Okay.
so you'll see, and that homie's a real cool dude too, man. He's definitely shown me love.
Okay.
And so there's different people. Also the homies Primo, El Honesto Uno, that's the homie Abe.
Okay.
That's another real cool dude. Again, man, and the homie South too, man.
That's right.
South, that's the homie right there. Again, man, look, there's some of us that are, I guess, again, with everybody playing their positions, some of us are here, I guess in a way, being the faces of what's going on with the Cultured Original Network. And then there's a few of us who are behind the scenes. Nonetheless, everybody's pulling a string. You know what I mean? Like everybody has a part in this. So I just want to make sure everybody knows that. You know what I mean? That this is a collective thing. You know what I mean? And you know, we're still growing, brother. You know what I mean? The Cultured Original Network, like I say, it's in its baby stages. So I also got another good friend of mine, a good buddy that I happened to meet a few years ago. That's gonna more than likely be joining the team. Goes by Mel Briones. That's another homie right there. He's a good dude, and I'm gonna be working with different artists. So it's gonna become a big soup, brother. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna be eating gumbo for a good minute.
Some good pozole, menudo.
So good pozole, hey, man. I just had a caldo de res today, and I haven't had that in a minute. Man, it was real good. I think I forgot to post about it. I'll probably put it up just to tease people. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I know, right? Hey, can you cop some good Mexican food right there where you're at?
You know what? It's not like back home, brother. You know what I mean? I have been blessed to be able to find a few cool little taco spots, a few taco trucks. But out here, yeah, you'll get one or here and there. You kind of really have to look for it. Like an authentic Mexican restaurant. But out here they do a lot of the Tex-Mex stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's
just part of their culture. You know what I mean? Like that's what it is. Their Cultured Original would be that. You know what I mean? Like, hey man, this how we eat tacos over here. It's the hard shell stuff. But then you do get spots. I mean, don't get me wrong. Out here there's a lot of raza out here, so and then there's diversity too, so it's real cool. You get Puerto Ricans, you get Central Americans out here.
Okay.
So you get a little mix with that as well too, and it's dope. Me personally, I like seeing that. I dig the idea of diversity. You know what I mean?
Course.
So
yeah, no doubt, bro. No doubt,
yes,
man.
sir.
Yeah, I think El Paso probably has some decent spots over there too.
El Paso, I think they're, from what I understand and what I've seen, I think El Paso is, and coincidentally, I guess because they're closer to us, I feel like even their estilo is kind of like a little more like us. You know what I mean? But El Paso from where I'm at right now, is basically about 10 hours, bro. It's pretty much the halfway point between us in California. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah.
once you get to El Paso, you're pretty much at the halfway marker, and then from there, California,
Yeah.
it's another 10 hours. Yeah. So
Yeah. That's true, bro. Because then you hit up, shoot through Arizona, a little bit of New Mexico, I think, right? And then
yes,
shoot through
yeah,
Arizona.
you go through a small town, Las Cruces.
Las Cruces, yeah.
Las Cruces, and then you go into you're probably in there for like an hour and a half,
Yep.
2 hours tops, and then the rest is Arizona, and then you're in California. You know,
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
so yeah, man. Also, it's real cool. San Antonio's real cool too. A lot of culture there as well. For anybody that knows, you know what I mean. A lot of the Zoot Suit stuff
Oh
also
yeah.
came from there too. Yeah. San Antonio had a lot to do with it too, man.
Mm.
There was there was a lot going on.
Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, man, a lot of things were happening in Texas too, believe it or not.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah, no doubt, bro. No doubt.
um, so yeah, we're everywhere, man.
Oh, bro, I know. We are, bro. We're Washington when I was up there. I mean, Oregon, shit, New York, bro, New York City, all of the Midwest. Florida. Fuck, I mean,
Yes.
the South, everywhere. Yeah, yeah, brother. A lot of raza's there. Wherever there's work, bro, raza's there, bro.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, brother. You already know how it is, man. And the majority that comes out here, man, they come out here to get it. You know what I mean? They don't come out here to waste time or to do any of the dumb shit that people that are maybe higher up there within our nation are saying. You know what I mean? Like they come out here to get work and just try to make a good living. So
Absolutely.
shout
Exactly.
out to all of them, man. Shout out to all of them, man, that are really trying to do good.
No doubt, brother. Hey, but Ready Made, man. Hey, it's been a pleasure, bro. I want to thank you so much, bro, for taking the time. I know it's 1:34 in the morning where you're at, bro, and I can't thank you enough, man, for coming on. And you're always,
Thank you for having me, brother.
of course, bro. Let's do this again in the future, near future. And I wish you the best of luck. Wish all your team, Cultured Original Network, the best of luck. And I'm going to continue to follow you guys and check, see your ascent into the sky, man. Because
Thank you, brother. Thank you, man. We truly appreciate you, man, and we truly appreciate your support and then the love that you're giving us, man. And just know, man, that we're gonna give it right back. You know what I'm saying? And however we can help, um, you know, your platform, you let us know, man. We're here.
I appreciate you, bro. I
Oh, you
appreciate
got it, brother.
you. Yeah, no, that yeah, I wanted to bounce some ideas off you, just for my personal stuff that stuff that I want to, as far as
Sure.
my brand, I want to get your opinion, bro. I'll hit you up later, bro.
And yeah, we could definitely talk, brother. Es como, hey, I'm gonna tell you like my boy Groove likes to say, man. Everybody, the majority of the people that go on his show, bro, he lets them know, hey, bro, uh, um, you know, this is gonna be more than what we're doing here now. We're family now. We're family, and that's Groove's
Yeah,
thing. You know what I mean? And like I said, that's how I know, man. Groove is a real good dude, man. He means well. And his platform was basically made for that. Like he's trying to give shine or put the spotlight on anybody, like just on all of us. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like that's really what it's all about. You know what I mean? So again, man,
same here,
yeah,
bro.
yeah, exactly, brother. You know what I mean? So, como dice el homie Groove, you know what I mean? Hey, brother, we're family, you know what I mean? And whatever you need, brother, aquí estamos, That's what
Muchas gracias.
that's what the Cultured Original Network's all about, brother. We're here to help one another and support one another and place a spotlight on one another so that everybody gets the shine they deserve. So,
That's a beautiful thing, bro. It's a
yes,
beautiful
sir.
selflessness, man.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So yeah, bro. Once again, bro, thank you guys. Thank you, Ready Made. Thank you, Culture Original Network. Everybody in the comments, Louis, Model Mommy, Groove. Groove is came through. Who else came through, man? Give everybody a shout out here, man. We had some of my people came in. Beach Savage was here, bro. Alejandro.
Dope.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
that's my primo hermano right there, man. I appreciate him coming on.
Beach Savage?
No, Alejandro.
Oh, Alejandro, yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
Alejandro
yeah.
Ramon, uh-huh.
Yeah, he's the reason why Lady Gaga wrote that song, bro. The
Really?
Alejandro song.
Oh, Alejandro.
I'm just pulling you. I'm pulling your leg, brother.
Oh shit! Oh, was that Madonna or that was Lady
No,
Gaga?
no, that's Lady Gaga.
That was Lady Gaga. Oh
Yeah, I just want,
shit,
hey,
bro.
I want to make sure you're still up, carnal.
Oh shit!
You're like, wait, what?
I know. He's the inspiration for
Yeah,
Lady
exactly,
Gaga.
exactly.
Yeah, brother. But hey, brother. But yeah, man. Let's do this again, bro. Anytime you know.
Absolutely,
Come
man.
on, the
Hey,
Groove Shack.
yeah, absolutely. Hey, man, as soon as I get out to the California, man, we gotta definitely set something up, and you know, and we'll do it more than once. You know what I mean? We're gonna be
Yeah.
local, so
Yeah, let me know, bro. We'll get together, have some dinner, or
we'll,
chat,
absolutely, man.
got to, bro. Got to do that, bro.
We'll get some great things going, brother.
All right, brother. Hey, well, thanks again, bro. Ladies and gentlemen, there you have my man, Readymade Tha Wise. Go check him out. Check out the Culture Original Network. You know where to find him. You know where to connect with him. It's been such a pleasure. And again, if you guys, show support by subscribing to Profile Pod TV right here on YouTube. Click on that little red purple button at the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. Hit subscribe, and we're all good. Leave us a rate and review on Apple Podcasts. Follow me on Instagram. I always love interacting with the audience, with the followers, man. Love the feedback, constructive criticism, whatever the case may be, man. Let's communicate. But thank you so much for being everyone in the comments. Appreciate you guys, Louie, Jackie, everyone. Groove, Joe Sanchez was here, Damien, Matt Gallegos, my man Alejandro.
Alejandro.
Big shout out to Abel, my band Abel and Anthony, the Something Dope podcast, who started off the night tonight. And, appreciate you guys. So, man, yeah, let's continue to go after our dreams, man. Let's continue to be successful and support one another, man. That's what it's all about, brother. So,
Yes, sir.
Readymade Tha Wise, I'm Double A signing off. We will see you guys soon. And always remember to take it easy.
Easy.
Thank you,
love it,
brother.
man. Have a good night, brother. Thank you.
You too, brother.